Hello everybody, welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Thursday, happy start to the week for me as a streamer. Welcome back, friends. Thanks so much for coming to hang out. Tyler, good to see you. Airborne, good to see you. Kango, good to see you. Quick Match, good to see you. Dominic, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Tired Shebus, good to see you as well. Welcome back, man. Hope you're doing well. Skyworkers here, good to see you, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. DNA, good to see you, man. Rob, good to see you. Jugglestump, good to see you. Jordan, good to see you. Diabetic Lad, good to see you. Leonard Grant, welcome back. Gary P, good to see you. Aviator, good to see you. Dev Last, good to see you. Jack, good to see you. High Tech, welcome back. Cameron, celebrating 21 months. Appreciate you, Cameron. Huge no floaties to you, my friend. Says, hey, Cap's been too long. Has been a while, man. Good to see you back. Thank you for celebrating 21 months. 3 more months, sir, until you reach your badge. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Trivial Sports, welcome back, man. Tenured Amoba, good to see you. Max Medcraft, good to see you. Erin, good to see you. Minecraft, good to see you. Aviation Guy, good to see you. Robert Felger, good to see you. Adam, good to see you. Jordan, good to see you. The Milkshake, good to see you. Goodman, welcome back. Yugfu, good to see you. Captain Will's in the house. Wow, there's somebody we haven't seen in a long... Where have you been, William? Long time no see, long time no post on channel, William. What's going on over there? Busy boy? Hello, Cap, been a while since I've flown with you, so I'm joining you in a 7.5 to your right. Nice, very cool, man. Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Rydog's in the house. Good to see you, Rydog. Welcome. Patrice, good to see you. Jay Savvy, good to see you. Bomb Tech, good to see you. Mitchell, good to see you. Welcome back. Thank you for 26 months. Appreciate you, mate. Huge no floaties to you. For everybody asking when the 777 is coming out, guys, I have absolutely no clue. Go over to the PMDG forums and complain about it over there. I don't work with PMDG. I'm not affiliated with PMDG. I have no clue when these when these aircrafts are going to be releasing. Are these the Pratt & Whitneys? I think these are the Pratt & Whitneys. I don't know. Been on family vacation in Costa Rica for the last couple of weeks. Just got back Tuesday. Well then, mister. How was it? It sounds like a great time. Fucking Costa Rica for 2 weeks, then you're going to be in Vegas for a week too? My goodness. It's going to be a fun June for you, Mr. William. PMDG's a circus. They should be ashamed of the way that they're handling this release. Yes and no. Yes and no. I feel like us as simmers need to like just kind of chill out a little bit. I get it. I get it. We're starved for aircraft. I totally understand, and I totally agree with you guys. But I think like at the same point, if we're not starved for aircraft, this isn't really that big of an issue. Do you know what I mean? I mean, the one thing that I can kind of take solace in, and the one thing that I know is going to be great, is that we're going to get a top-notch aircraft on release. And that's really like the only thing that is kind of just, you know, I'm kind of just remembering is just that, you know, we're getting a full-blown aircraft. Everything is going to be functioning. Yeah, I just, like I said, man, I feel like everything in the flight sim, especially Microsoft flight sim side of things, is just, everything is just exploding because, there's just such a lack of airplanes. There's just such a lack of releases. I feel everything is like under some extreme microscope, right? So I'm just trying to do my best to enjoy what we have. We still do have a great lineup of airplanes in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Everybody jokes, yeah, we got a bunch of A320s that we can fly. We've got, trying to do my best this week to fly airplanes differently than what we normally do. I see a lot of people, upset that we're always flying A320s or 737s or something like that. So this week is dedicated to all the haters that kind of watch my streams but don't chat because they're just fixated on myself and my channel. And this week is for you little special people that hang out in the background. A300 today. We've got 2 streams today. A300 is today, friends. Going to do some cargo ops, and then on the weekend, as promised, we are going to, Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be in the Horizon 787. Going to be doing some long-ish haul operations in the Horizon 787, and then Monday, we're going to wrap up the week in the 737. So I'm going to fly 3 airplanes this week, chat, just to upset the haters just a little bit more. We're going to fly 3 different airplanes. So, yeah. What happened in XP72 stream the other day? Got word of some drama. Jesus. If that's drama, I don't want to know what else is considered drama, but nothing, dude. Absolutely nothing. I mean, nothing. Yeah. James, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for not flying the new Payware 787. Yeah, no, listen, dude, like I said, I don't have nothing against anybody that wants to fly those airplanes and stuff like that, but yeah, you know me, man. There's a certain level of detail that is required, in fidelity, if you will. That 787 is no more than a Kuro mod or a Horizon mod or anything like that, right? The only reason it's Payware is because it's been specifically developed and designed for the Xbox side of things. So listen, as I've mentioned and as I've said before, if a Payware mod requires you to have default assets installed because it's using default assets, it's not quite really that Payware aircraft that I'm going to be looking for. Same as the line of Captain Sim, same on the line as Latin VFR, that type of stuff, right? Listen, it's just not my thing, man. If there's another content creator out there, or there's somebody that you watch who flies that, cool, man, good on you. Good on them. But for myself personally, I have a standard, if you will, a morale that I cannot convince myself that those are the airplanes, that are worth supporting. Like I said, man, I don't have anything against anybody that wants to support that stuff, and if those are the airplanes that they want to fly, that, hey man, that's on them. You know what I mean? Not on me. So, and I can't stress this enough. I mean, just be kind, chat to one another. Remember that we're all here for the same reasons. I cannot stress that enough either. We're all here because we love airplanes. If somebody wants to fly on X-Plane, let them fly on X-Plane. If somebody wants to fly on Microsoft, let them fly on Microsoft. Who cares? It's insane that we have to look at it from this like perspective where we're in such a small niche community, but the X-Plane users hate the Microsoft users and the Microsoft users hate the X-Plane users. It's just, it's kind of crazy, man. I mean, perfect example of that was in XP's stream the other night. I mean, I've already said this and I've been saying this for years. I'm a huge fan of XP72. I don't necessarily agree with all the airplanes that he chooses to promote on his channel. Breedoc, Latin VFR, Captain Sim, whatever, right? That doesn't mean that I hate the guy and I need to, you know, I love the guy. I love XP. I think more people should have like XP's attitude. Do you know what I mean? That being said, you know, when I went in there the other night, it was kind of surprising to say the least, just how many people, especially X-Plane users, they have this grudge against me for whatever reason. Probably because I was a full-time X-Plane content creator, and I've now switched. I am now a full-time Microsoft Flight Simulator full-time streamer. But I mean, it was like the amount of backhanded comments and you know, little digs, little personal digs at me, just by me being there and hanging out and watching his stream. I said nothing about the flight factor versus PMDG. I said nothing about Microsoft versus X-Plane. Nothing was said to warrant any of the behaviors and things that were directed towards me. Like I said, man, it's crazy that we live in a world where we have such a small niche market, and yet people just want to hate on each other. And I will say this, I will say this, and I know that it happens from both parties. I know that, you know, Microsoft users aren't the kindest to X-Plane users, but holy shit, man. X-Plane users, I mean, they literally have a pitchfork out. They are ready to defend it to the death, and they're ready to beat down anybody that doesn't, associate with any of that. It's kind of crazy, man, to me. Like I said, dude, I was just there hanging out, watching his stream, just enjoying the content that he was putting out and seeing what the Flight Factor had to offer the X-Plane community. And I mean, it was just an hour and a half of backhanded comments and you know, people were saying in chat like, man, I'd much rather watch a streamer who flies more than just A320s and 737s and all kinds of other shit. You know what I mean? Like, just like little silly, like backhanded comments that were clearly directed my way and were clearly set to, you know, to do whatever it was, upset me or try and do something. I don't know, man. But yeah, there was a ton of comments. I found it just kind of weird, man. Very, very weird. Owls, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Owls, you going down to Expo this year, man? We're going to see you down at the Expo. That's sad. I mean, like I said, dude, it just blows my mind that, like, listen, and I'm going to be the first one to say this, chat. You guys all, we can all agree on this, right? I've been probably one of the more vocal and streamers when it comes to, about, you know, the X-Plane and kind of, you know, the way that X-Plane is going in the future of X-Plane and how X-Plane 12 was built from the ground up. I agree that, you know, I haven't necessarily been the kindest to the X-Plane developers in the world, but that doesn't make me like a bad person, right? Like, I go into, like, you know, somebody like XP stream and stuff like that, and his chat just basically gangs up. Like, it's, you know, it's kind of crazy, man. Like, we have people in here all the time. XP comes and hangs out in chat. I don't see my chat, you know, assaulting XP and telling him that he's a piece of shit and that he's, you know, his streaming is this and his streaming is that, and you'd rather watch somebody different and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. I find I only get that type of reaction from X-Plane users, and that's where I was kind of saying where the, you know, I do agree that both parties you know, are involved with this whole sim war, but it really feels like the X-Plane guys are just, they have like some crazy grudge or something. Maybe, like I said, maybe because it's my position of where I was as an X-Plane content creator and stuff, but yeah, pretty crazy, man. Jordan, thank you for 40 months. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need to start writing off the subs to CRA. I wish it worked like that, man. Andre, 22 months. Thank you very much, man. Says 22 months. Love everything you do, Cap. Keep up. You are the best. Also, I know you were sick a while ago. I hope that has all resolved itself. It has, thankfully. My goodness, yes. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you, Andreas. Huge no floaties to you. We've got the one and only Mr. Smitty celebrating 61 months. Huge no floaties, Mr. Smitty, and damn it, Schmitty's in chat. Says, never mind the commercial variety. Lurkers and haters want the GA ops. Oh, boy. Could you imagine? Thank you for the support, Smitty. I appreciate you, man. 61 months. No, and that's not what I'm saying, guys. Please don't, you know, stoop to any standards of making fun of content creators. Or listen, I've always said it, man. I am first and foremost to understand that my content is not for everybody, and I'm perfectly okay with that. The problem that I have is the same problem that we have when it comes to like these sim wars, right? Is that, you know, it's I find it insane that people want to argue and people want to fight when we have such a small niche community. Like, there's not a lot of flight simmers out there, man. To the point where I'm sure, like, even, you know, you look at like myself with all my friends that I've grown up with in life, not one of them is interested in flight sim. I'm the only one. So I find it insane that these, you know, people want to have these sim wars, and I honestly personally think it's just a justification. That's one of the ways that people justify spending money, and they feel that, you know what I mean? It's okay to have a preference of simulator and to enjoy a simulator, but to speak down or to you know, make people feel like they're less of a person or less of a human being because they don't have the same choice as you, or because they prefer flying, you know, Microsoft. Some of the comments, I mean, was, again, some of the comments blatantly in his chat were, you know, okay, Captain, go fly your Xbox, go fly your Xbox simulator. Do you know what I mean? And it's, you know, little silly things like that. Do you know what I mean? And again, I cannot reiterate this enough. I love XP. He's one of my favorite content creators whenever I have a second. I love watching his streams. I love the way that he reacts with chat and his interactions. I think he's a great human being. I think his attitude and the way that he presents himself is exactly what we should strive to do. But my goodness me, man, some of the people that watch his streams are just, I don't even know how to describe it, man. I really don't, especially after the other night. Like I said, like, you know, people were taking comments that I was saying, and they were putting their own spin on it in their head, and then they were like repeating what I was saying. One guy got mad because I put LOL at the end of one of my questions that I was answering. Legitimately got mad at me. Said, Captain Canada, how about you stop being so snarky and putting LOL at the end of every single one of your messages? And it was like, bro, you're upset because I put LOL at the end of one of the things that I was writing in chat? Holy shit, dude. That's what I'm talking about. It's that type of, like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Insecurities. Or things like that, right? Where you can't even put an LOL, you know? Like, we were talking about it, we were having a great conversation, and, you know, I brought up a valid point. I thought people were talking about all the failures and how nobody's really going to use the failures. And I said, if I was Flight Factor, I think the failures are cool, and I think it's a great option. I think it shows the system depth of the Flight Factor 777, but I said, personally, if something was moving into alpha or beta like this aircraft is, I would have preferred them to focus on actually providing like VNAV, speed restriction, altitude restrictions, something like that, right? Instead of doing 150 failures that maybe a small percentage of the community is going to use. Anyways, I put like an LOL at the end of that, and anyways, all hell broke loose, and it's, yeah, it's like I said, man, it's, I understand that both parties, both Microsoft and X-Plane parties, are not nice to one another, but I really feel like the X-Plane guys have like some type of grudge. They got like something going on where they're just super upset at the world, at Microsoft users, at whatever it may be. and especially towards me. Obviously, I saw that full force, and I mean, you guys know me, chat. I've always said, please, like, preach kindness, and when you go into other people's chats, like, if that's not for you, just leave, you know what I mean? Like, nobody gives a fuck what you think if, like, you don't like the content creator, or you don't like this, you don't like that, right? You guys know me by now. I've been doing this long enough. I would never go into somebody else's chat, start acting a fool, and start being an idiot, and start sim wars, and start sim debates, and whatever it would be, right? I mean, I went in there, I said, hey, how you doing? And, you know what, big up XP, and blah, 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 and was enjoying the stream, and then the onslaught just started. It started by somebody saying, I forget the name of the guy, but he was like, you know, Captain, I used to watch you all the time, but then you started using that Xbox sim and you lost all my interest. And it's like, fuck, dude, I'm just here watching XP, trying to enjoy a night off where I don't have to be out at the farm. I don't want to have to deal with the whole X-Plane versus Microsoft debate. And that's where it started, and then it just got ridiculous. You know what I mean? Did XP confront them? Come on, man. I mean, I think we know XP. XP is probably the most non-confrontational person in the world. No, XP didn't say anything, and I'm not expecting him to come to my defense and to start, right? Like, that's his chat, and I know that he somewhat agrees with his chat. I know that that's the case, so, yeah, I'm not, you know, crying wolf and telling XP, like, he should have done this, he should have done that. I don't give a shit, dude, to be honest with you. Like I said, it's just... It's sad when, like, another content creator can't even go and, like, you know, watch somebody that he enjoys watching because there's just this, like, crazy sim war, do you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's pretty wild, man. Pretty damn wild. What's really funny about all this is that nobody even mentions P3D. True. Yeah, very true. Arc, 18 months. Thanks so much, man. Says, love the streams, Cap. Been a while. Good to see you, man. I really do appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind, man. Yeah. Thoughts on the new 787 XP? Was flying it the other day. There is, in my opinion, Will, there is zero difference between the, like, the Kuro, the Horizon, and then the new Payware 787 that came out. There's no difference to that. The only thing, Will, is that it's designed and developed for the Xbox community who doesn't have access to the Kuro mod or the Horizon mod, right? I mean, it's the same thing. It's basically a default airplane. You have to have the default 787 installed, so you have to have the default or the premium deluxe version of the simulator, because it's pulling all of the systems and some of the stuff from the default 787. Yeah, if you're on PC, I just don't see a need for it, kind of like the Latin VFR and the Captain Sim type of stuff. If you're on PC, you just don't need that. If you're on Xbox, sure, you know, your options are limited. You don't have options like the Horizon or the Kuro or any of those other mods that can make it, right? Yeah, for me, I just don't think it's worth it. I think it's just another kind of, you know, one of those random things. Does it do, you know, does it have some good in the community? Sure, absolutely. Maybe for the Xbox crew, but for us, yeah, we just don't need it. We got a ton of shit going on in the real world, and we can't even enjoy our Sims with such a small community. Makes me laugh. It's crazy, man. It's crazy, dude. He said it flies way better. Again, man, I don't watch XP72 for his flying skills. I think that's pretty obvious. I watch XP72 because I love his attitude. I just love his presence. I mean this as a good friend of XP. I'm not trusting what he thinks about flight models and stuff like that. Every single XP stream that I watch, he flies completely differently. There's no, it's kind of all over the place. Do you know what I mean? So if he says it flies better, sure. I mean, that's, sure. Yeah, I'm not, that's just, not going to take his advice on that one. Do you know what I mean? So, I actually think the flight sim community is quite big. I mean, it's gotten a lot bigger, Andre, that's for sure, especially with the presence of Microsoft and kind of it being on Xbox now as well, and kind of opening up a whole new kind of, you know, community aspect of it and stuff like that. So, yeah, the Kiro isn't a good flight model. Baseline, not very hard to beat. Well, I mean, they're all using default. They just tweaked it, right? You know what I mean? So that's kind of the thing. Yeah. There's an XP72 air crash investigation series on YouTube. It is, dude. It's done by, It's done by Zato Flies, and it's absolutely fantastic. I laughed my ass off watching some of that, man. Captain Nolan, thoughts on the Mad Dog? Not a bad airplane. If you enjoy the Mad Dog, it's fine. You know what I mean? So what are your thoughts about acquiring the default 787 files for free for educational purposes? I can't control what you do. I don't want to hear what you do. That's on you, my man. GMC, thank you very much for the gifted membership to Owls. Owls, welcome to the green team, man. Huge no floaty Siu, welcome aboard. Owls, hope you enjoy your custom emojis. Hope you enjoy standing out in chat. And obviously, I hope you enjoy building up your rank, my man. Cool. Agreed. I definitely feel before Microsoft it was very smaller, hence maybe why all the drama nowadays. Well, it is. Like I said, dude, in my opinion, as somebody who like takes a step back and kind of like looks at everything all the time, I'm always taking a step back and looking at things from different perspectives. Like I said, man, I can agree that both parties are not nice to one another. Microsoft users are not nice to X-Plane users. X-Plane users are not nice to Microsoft users, but at the end of the day, I still feel like just all X-Plane users, not all, I feel like that's probably, but most X-Plane users just have their pitchfork out and they're ready to go to town, man. You can't say anything, you can't do anything without them just getting all kinds of upset at you and whatever it may be, right? So, like I said, man, you don't believe me, just go back and watch, you know, just go to any stream that I'm involved in where X-Plane is being streamed and you'll see, man. You'll see. I feel multiplayer aspect is a big part of the growth, of course, yeah. Honestly, I just fly the sim. I don't worry about anything. I don't watch the drama stuff. I just fly. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, I've been doing this long enough where it doesn't affect me anymore, right? I personally could care less if a handful of people that watch XP72 don't like me because I switched over from X-Plane to Microsoft. Come on, like, it's absolutely absurd for them to think that they're going to affect me in a way where even their comments are going to, you know, that shit hits me and bounces off, dude. I don't give a flying fuck. I'm in the position that I'm in, they're in the position that they are. If they're so good at what they do and they're so in tune with the community and think X-Plane is the future of flight simming, hey man, start up your X-Plane flight sim streams. If you're as good as you say you are and X-Plane is as good as they say it is, fire up your X-Plane stream, man. Come on, come be one of us, man. Come see what it's like to be in the spotlight for a little bit and to have hundreds of people in your chat and people constantly poking you and pulling you this way and prodding you that way and doing this. You'll see real quick what it's like. It's you learn to have very thick skin, very pardon me, very, very, very thick skin. So, yeah, I recommend the Flight Factor 2 cap. When the PMG 777 releases, do a flight with Air Canada from Vancouver to Montreal. There's a 777-300 flying that route right now. Yes, we will do that. Yes, absolutely. Cool. Friends, we took a little bit too long on that intro. Let's jump inside the aircraft. Let's get this bad boy program ready to rock and roll. We got an awesome flight today into Atlanta. It's been a while since we've flown into Atlanta. I'm wondering if the last time we flew into Atlanta, we were in the A300, but I can't remember. You know what I mean? This is my hobby to get away from enjoy with Microsoft. Can't believe all the ridiculousness. Hey, man, like I said, dude, I literally went in there just to, like, support a good friend in XP. You know, I didn't go in there with malice intent at all or anything, you know what I mean, to be rude or to... I didn't say anything. Do you know what I mean? It was just that's kind of, you know, the X-Plane gang, dude. The X-Plane group. They're a very angry group. That's what I've come to learn. They're a very, very angry group of people. And I don't know if it's because they feel betrayed by X-Plane, or they feel betrayed by the community, or...
Oh boy,
I don't know.
Since I fly both sims, what does that mean? I mean, there are nights that I do beat myself, but I think that's a different thing.
Jesus Christ. C2A, huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you for support. I appreciate you. Incredibly kind, man. Because sometimes I beat myself, but that's a different way. Oh, yeah. This guy, man. Huge no floaties to you, too. Thank you for the support. Really do appreciate you, man. Are you planning 3-6 center? I have no clue. We have ATC online now. Memphis Center jumped on, so I have no clue what they're going to plan to give us. I'm sure we'll deal with that. Thank you again for the support, man. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you. Incredibly kind. Okay, Deers are aligning. Good. Let's come down here to the electronic flight bag. Let's go ahead and work on some things here. Let's go to our weight and balance. We're going to go custom cargo from SimBrief. We're going to go to apply load to aircraft. We're just going to instant that up here. Finish now. Yes, good. All right, cool. Pretty full aircraft, chat. We're sitting at a was our zero fuel weight? 121.16, so pretty full aircraft. Not all the way full, but we're pretty damn full. Let's go to our menu tab. Let's go to our ACARS tab. Let's request data from SimBrief. Good. Going to pull all in that information. Let's align our IRS. Wonderful. Our initial cost index, we're going to go with 5, chat. And then we are going to plug in our flight ID. We are FedEx 5. What are we? FedEx 502. Good. God damn it. Forgot I have to clear these all out. There we go. FedEx 502. Good. We'll throw that into there. Beautiful. Next page, init B page. I guess we can figure out all of this information. Now, does this work where I can... Oh, man, it does. That's so good. Block fuel. Zero fuel weight's good. Does it do the CG weight as well? It doesn't. It says entry out of range. That's fine. Zero fuel weight CG. We want MAC CG zero fuel weight. 30.3. We'll call that 30.3. What happened to my page? Oh, there it is. 30.3. We'll fill that out. Good. Everything should get filled into there. How beautiful. Let's go ahead and look. We did get a PDC. You are cleared into Atlanta via the BB King 7 departure Kermie hutch. That's good. Squawk 1316. Expect departures. All right, let me get ATIS here from Memphis. ATIS information, Charlie. Simultaneous approaches in use, parallel runways in use, no dam, bird activity, that's fine. Simultaneous ILS approaches in use for runway 36 left, 36 center, and runway 9. Departures in use 36 left, 36 center, and runway 9. Let's see. I mean, if we could convince him to give us runway 9 for departure, that would be absolutely epic. So let's try and plan for that. So let's go to flight plan, go to Memphis, go to standard instrument departures. We're going to expect runway 9. Always remember in the A300 you select your runway first. We're on the BB King 7 departure with the Kermie transition, and we'll go ahead and insert that. Beautiful. It's going to be radar vectors direct Leo on course into Atlanta this afternoon. Atlanta weather. What are the weather doing? 290 at 6 knots, 10 mile visibility, few at 400, few at 13,000, few at 18,000, scattered at 25,000. 4 layers of clouds into Atlanta today. That'll be interesting. With the winds 290, I think we're going to plan for the Glavin arrival, and we're going to come in on the 26s, chat. 26 right. We are parking up here north cargo ramp. Is where FedEx parks. So we'll plan 26 right for the arrival. So we'll go down here. We'll find 26 right. Good. We're going to be on the... I just said it. What was it? The Glavin 1 arrival. Good. We're going to take it via the... Rusa transition. Good. And I guess we can take it all the way out if we fill this. If we go to the arrival... takes us out to Kiwi, and then from Kiwi, I think it's Zello for the 26 right. Let me find 26 right on our list. 26 right and pin it. Yeah, it's from Zello. So we're going to use Zello as our transition, and we'll go ahead and insert that. GPS primary is available. Beautiful. Let's go back to our NitRef tab. Everything's plugged in init A. Everything's plugged in init B page. So we're looking good. Let's go to our takeoff and departure. Let's go grab some performance numbers off our weight and, our EFB. We're going to go to takeoffs. Good. We are departing. We'll plan runway 9. We'll sync up the weather. We'll sync up the, winds are 080 at 10 knots. Runway 9 makes the most sense. 1021, can I change that? I thought I could change that. That's fine. Our gross weight, 132.4. We're doing flaps and slats, 15. Air conditioning is on. Anti-ice is off. Force toga is off. Let's calculate our V-speeds. Looks like we're going with a flex of 63, 47, 47, and 150 today. Chat, what engines am I using? What engines are these? Are these the GEs or the Pratt & Whitneys? I have no clue anymore. I think these are the GEs, right, chat? I don't know. Chat will know more than I will. Who knows? Look at the modeling on that, though, dude. The modeling and the texturing on these engines. We were doing cargo all day today, man. Yeah, we're doing cargo today, and then we're going to do cargo this evening as well. So, we're trying to learn how to fly the 737, and my God, there's so much info. Yes, absolutely. Check gauges. GE uses N1. Pratt uses EPR. N1. Thank you. I forgot about that. That's the little subtleties that they have. Okay, AP master start switch is going on. Let's go and wait for the APU door to open, and then we'll be good to spool up the APU. Let's get our seatbelts, no smoking. Let me make sure all the doors are closed here as well. Ground equipment, closed. And I'm gonna wait for that to finish, then I'm gonna arm all doors. I think they're already armed. Green means armed. Yeah, green is armed. Oh, wait. Emergency slides red, armed, green equals disarmed. Let's arm all doors. Okay, they immediately went red and then back to green, so I think it's still a bug that I've got probably through GSX or something like that. Let's go to the upstairs, spool up the APU. We'll go ahead and arm our emergency exits. We'll go ahead and get our window heaters on. Actually, sorry, those are probe heats. We'll get the window heat on. We'll wait for the probe heat, obviously. And then everything else looks good upstairs. We'll get our low oxygen pressure turned on as well. APU is spooling up, so we're looking good. What is happening with the developers? What do you mean, Janky? Wondering which 737 from PMDD I should buy next, Cap. Can you give me another popular 737 after the 800? The 700 and the 900 would be the only two that I would focus on. Both are widely used in the world, obviously still. Really up to you, but I would personally be going with the 700 or the 900. 900 has less operators. The 700 probably has more operators. So, did you see PMDG's new post about them banning people for putting this? The comments for reason habitual grousing, spreading of unhappiness. Yeah, listen, dude. I've always said this, man, and this is the exact reason that I usually stay away from forums. Forums are cesspools. They're not. Yes, they do provide, you know, some valuable information sometimes, but I would say 90 to 95% of the time, it's just it's just a cesspool of people complaining and you know, usually the developer fighting back to the people who are fighting. Listen, man, I've already said this. I think Flight Factor's dropped the ball on several occasions when it comes to the release of the 777. You can't say comments in the flight sim community, and especially in the community where we're starved for, you know, third-party airplanes. You can't come out and tell people 2 weeks to 2 months and then take 3.5 to 4 months to push out the airplane. Of course there's going to be backlash. Of course there's going to be people that are going to be upset, and you have to choose your words very carefully. Very carefully. Yeah, that's where I think that PMDG's kind of dropped the ball a little bit. Fuel pumps are coming on, external power comes off, galley power comes on, pitch trim, yaw dampers, and ATSs all go on. Nav and logo lights are on. Red beacon light goes on. Let's go to GSX. We're going to prepare for pushback and departure. Beautiful. We need our squawk code in here. Squawking code is... what is it? It is... my squawk code today... 1365. Oh, this has got the new... how the hell do I do this again, Chad, on this one? Tune? It's not tune. Oh, wait, it is tune. And I put my squawk code in there. 1365. 1365. That goes into there. Turn that to TARA, TA only, alt on, alt off. Standby. We'll go TA only. Good. Where do I get the A300s? Is on the AnyBuild store? Exclamation point aircraft in chat. Yeah. I see people talking about developers baiting and frustrating people. About which dev do we go on about and what happened? Probably PMDG. I would say they're probably, well, they're just in the crosshairs right now, as I mentioned, man. They're definitely in the crosshairs. We're going to the flex of 63. So we're going to go flex 2. And we're going to go 63 on the flex. Good. We're going to tune to Memphis Center on 13365. Is that what it is? Memphis Center? 13255. Okay. Departure frequency on 13365. There's no departure frequency, so 13255 for us. 550. Alright, and we were cleared on the BB King. Milkshake, thanks so much, man, for 10 months. Says, we'll see you in Vegas. Looking forward to it, man. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you for the support. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind. Appreciate it, man. Mathis is running PMGG? No, he's not. PMGG is acting like nerds who want to make friends in a school and now getting off on everybody waiting on them. It's pure arrogance. Again, I wouldn't look at it that way, to be honest with you. I think that's like again, I don't think that they're purposely, I just don't think that they realize the repercussions. Maybe they do, man, but maybe I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. But I don't think they're in the, you know, I don't think they're in the market of pissing people off before they release a major airplane. I just don't, you know what I mean? I just don't see that happening. But again, what do I know? What do I know? 47, 47, 50, 147, 147, and then 150 on the MCP. Oh, easy there. 150, thank you. Flap retract at 154, slots retracted at 196, clean by 216. Okay, very good. Upstairs, we're looking good. I think we can call for a push. Those two guys have moved. Are we pushing onto an active taxiway, chat? That's my only question now. Yeah, we're pushing on to Victor. Nah, fuck it. We'll be fine. Let's release our park brake. Hopefully it doesn't yell at us. Park brake, released. Nope. Wait, what? My park brake was already off. Oh, it's yelling at me to disconnect ground power. Ground equipment, toggle chocks, toggle GPU. There we go. Now I think it wants me to release the park brakes. Why? Why is my click spot for this so weird? Okay. I think we're ready for push and start now. Yes, there we go. Push and start is commencing, chat. Let's start our block time on this guy's side. Let's go to run on ET on his side. Block time, good. Upstairs, APU bleed system is on. You hear the bleed systems turn on. Beautiful. And then we're going to go with ignition system A for the first flight. We'll be good to go here on this one. Milkshake, thank you again for 10 months. I appreciate you, dude. Incredibly kind. Have you ever, I've never seen you fly a wide body. I mean, come on, man. Unless you're new to the channel, come on, dude. I've flown the Horizon 787. I've flown the Kuro 787. I've flown the Headwind A330. I flew X-Plane for, like, exclusively for 6 years. I flew the 777, the 76. Come on. Like, for people saying, like, oh, I've never seen you. Bro, I have a 7-year catalog of flight sim content up on YouTube. That's just you being naive. Do you know what I mean? So there's tons of content for you to view and to watch on the channel. I understand, yes, we are starved for airplanes, but yeah. When will we be back on the Headwind? As soon as they get their custom cockpit, man. I'm really not interested in flying an A330 disguised as an A320. He's just new. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like I said, unless you're new, it's literally the first thing that came out of my mouth, Melinda. Unless you're new, you'll know that I've flown plethora of long-haul content and stuff available on the channel. Like, tons and tons and tons and tons, man. That's why I said, when people... That guy got real close to that. When people mention, that, like I said, they're either brand new or they just don't care to go back and watch older streams where we had tons of content. You know what I mean? Park brake is set. I don't like the click spot on that. It feels... I guess is it the same? Okay, it is the same. I just have to remember to click, like... I'm trying to click on the handle and it's not working. You have to, like, click, like, right on, like, the little circle part. That gets it to go every time. Just don't think there will be any major releases before 24. Well, no, of course there will, man. I mean, the 777's coming out before Microsoft 2024. At this rate, though, I honestly don't think we're getting the 777 by... I don't think that we're getting the 777 before FS Expo. I just don't think... I think they're... and I think that's the reason why they're not going to be at the Expo, is because the 777 is not going to have released, and I just don't think that they want to deal with the backlash. Which, again, I don't know, man. Don't think I've ever done helicopter ops. Correct, yeah, the helicopter ops. What about the TFDI MD-11? Very much looking forward to that, man. I'm actually part of the team that is going to get to stream that before official release. I'm still waiting for my version of the MD-11. I don't have it. So, yeah. Click spot for you is also like that. Yeah, I think it's just I have to remember that it's like the actual spot there. You know what I mean? All right, intro fuel number 1. Hey Cap, if you're looking for another airline to fly, I remember you flying the Asobo 747 after the working title fix-up. Is it still a viable option? Could be, J-Savvy. It's definitely not the best option out there, but yeah, man. I mean, with the you know, with the working title stuff that they've done to it, yeah. PMDG scared of a backlash? Well, it wouldn't even be a backlash. It would literally just be people complaining the entire weekend about the 777 not being released. I could also see PMDG being extremely cheeky and releasing the airplane during Flight Sim Expo. I also think that that's a possibility. So we'll wait and see, man. We'll wait and see. I would say PMDG 777 early July, but don't quote me. I still feel like it's coming in June, but I just don't know anymore at this point. You know what I mean? So, PMDG not going to the expo. Guess they won't buy new shorts this year. No, they're not going to the expo. So, yeah. If PMDG were at the expo, they would be able to hide their forums and control the narrative. Again, I don't know, man. I'm not going to get into that, but Felis never released their 747 for Microsoft. Was he supposed to release it for Microsoft? Doubt they do that. We are close to falling out of the 2-week window. Yeah, we're 20 days away from, well, no, we're about 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks. Ooh, departing. We're just over 3 weeks for FS Expo. So unless they release it like a couple days before, I don't know. Is there an alternative for FrameGen since they don't have an RTX GPU? I don't think so, no. Yeah, well, again, Greg, people are only upset because of the words that were spoken by PMDG. That's what I can't stress that enough, right? Like, I understand maybe some people are hanging on to it a little much, but again, people are only upset because PMDG gave the, well, we could release it right now, but we're deciding to make sure that everything is top notch and ready to go. So 2 weeks to 2 months is the timeline that I'm giving. Well, it's been almost 3 months and we still don't have the aircraft, right? I think that's where people are upset, man. I don't necessarily think it would be like a bad PR move. I think it's that they realize that internally they know the aircraft is not going to be released by then, and yeah. You need to talk to PMDG and understand what their plan was for this thing. The whole, again, good luck getting that out of them, man. I don't think that they know. I firmly believe that I don't think that they even know like how the plans work and how things happen and stuff like that, to be honest with you. So, okay, let's get ready to go. Cap, are you upset at them or are you chill? I'm perfectly fine, man. I don't, am I, you know, am I a little bit, do I wish the airplane was here? Absolutely. But I'm not gonna I'm not gonna throw shade at a developer or get upset at them or not buy their products. I just think that they need to really focus on like community engagement next time, the next release of an aircraft from PMDG, and I think they need to choose their words very carefully, So, wish you could take off 36 left so you can see a spotting location off November. You can catch Fedex going over the road there. Ah, interesting. Very interesting. They've painted into a corner. They definitely have. Yeah, I agree with you, dude. I'm not saying that they haven't. I'm also not saying that they're right or wrong, you know, so. Phoenix needs to add sharklets to their A320 series. Yep, that's another one who's, you know, running about 6 months behind schedule at this point. So, yeah. Websider, hello, FedEx 502, ready taxi runway 9er.
FedEx 502 heavy, runway 9er, taxi via Victor, November.
Runway 9er, Victor, November, FedEx 502 heavy, thanks. Alrighty, friends, let's get her going.
Frontier Flight 3168, turn right, heading 030.
Look at that beauty.
Runway 36.
Man, I love this airplane, chat.
030.
There's something about this airplane that just is fantastic. Weeks, not months, years later. Cap, what's the plan for tonight? Honestly, dude, I have no clue.
Delta 82, radar contact,
I kind of want to fly up to Toronto because it's Thursdays in Toronto, but I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do, man. Maybe we'll do Memphis to Toronto. I don't know. Does that sound like a fun flight? Could be, right? I think. Mad Dog tonight? No. Between PMGG, Phoenix, and Tolis, who would you say is the best out of them? I mean, I feel like that's completely subjective, David, to be honest with you, man. I mean, I think the best overall developer probably right now is Phoenix. I just think what they're doing, but again, they've only released one airplane. I think we need to come back and like have this conversation when there's more and more and more. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a little bit, it's just so subjective. I think that it's more of like a personal preference when it comes down to that, man. Tolis makes great airplanes, probably some of the best for the X-plane market, if you're interested in X-plane. You know, one could argue PMDG as well, right? So PMDG also has absolutely fantastic products for P3D, and so, yeah. Everyone chat acting like this is the first time it's happened in flight sim. Remember how many years of teasers we got to rotate? Well, it's, again, man, you know, I can't help but laugh when I, like, you know, one of the big things that the X-plane users always make fun of Microsoft. Whoa. I'm departing right above us. One of the big things the X-plane users is they talk about the lack of third-party aircraft development, right? And they're forgetting that X-plane has been around for 20 years of development with the same SDK, right? Like, you know, how about we have this conversation in 3 years from now when Microsoft's SDK has been out for, you know, 10 years, and then, you know, we can kind of compare apples to apples instead of right now comparing apples to oranges. This SDK has only been out for like 3 years, so developers have only had a little bit of time to kind of put things together. So, you know, X-plane was in the exact same position 5 years ago. I don't know if you guys remember. How many of you remember? We had a handful of airplanes to choose from. There was a point in time, and I know that this is going to blow your mind, there was a point in time where the JAR design A320 was the best payware option for X-plane. Just let that sink in for a second. The JAR design A320 was the best option. Like, that wasn't even that long ago, dude. So everything takes time. I get it, man. People are impatient, and people really want, you know, third-party content. And I get it, man. We get it. Like, I totally understand. But, like, you know, it takes time, dude. These things don't happen overnight. You know what I mean? You got to just be patient. I was just going to mention, who remembers the JAR Design 320 and 330? Dude, it was the only airplane. It was the... Dude, I was going through my X-plane add-on list of airplanes that I've bought and shit like that. It was one of the first airplanes. That one and the Flight Factor 757. Those were like two of the first payware worthy titles. Zebo hasn't even been around that long, man. Like, when you look at all the other things. Like... Yeah. Then the FMS would blow up on arrival. It would. Good to see you, Max. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Can't wait to see you at the expo, my friend. Did you lock down your dates, Max? Are you doing Friday to Sunday or Thursday to Sunday? Runway 9er line up and wait. Fedex 502 heavy. The IXCG, that was a great plane as well. Yeah, but that, again, that didn't come till way later. Those weren't, you know, those weren't release planes. It was... Those were all way later. Way later. What is my trim value? Down 0.2. Should set that properly. There we go. The J roll-on, I mean, it was okay. Wasn't anything special. It was okay. Like I said, man, I just, people are very quick to forget that it takes years and years and years in development. And X-plane was exactly the same as Microsoft. It's not like Microsoft is this one-off where all the developers are taking forever to make airplanes. Every sim was like this. FSX, it took years for FSX to get payware. It took years for X-plane to get paywares. It is what it is, man. It's just, that's the reality of the sim world. Do you know what I mean? All right, off runway heading, the BB King. We are heading 093. 093. So we're going to go...
Fly runway heading, runway 9 cleared for takeoff.
Heading, profile, runway heading, or runway 9 cleared for takeoff. So, nope, Fedex 502, definitely not Southwest. All right. Sounds are going up. Yo, cam's going on. Let's do it, my friend, shall we? We've got 5,000. Heading select, profile climb. We good to go. Throttles, 40%. Enjoy the departure, my friends. Chrono's on. Toga. Slight nose down pressure. Ooh, rumbling. Takeoff power set. We did do block time. Yes, it's on the first officer's side. Airspeed's alive. 100 knots, we're neutral. There's a steam engine rolling down the tracks. A V1 rotate. Positive rate. Gears going up. God, this thing flies so well, chat. I love this airplane. I wish more people were interested. I love this thing. Ooh, little bumpy. Bumpy. Back trim. Let's go slat retraction. Sorry, flap retraction. Not slats, flaps first. It flies so well that it tries to kill you. Haven't had that problem, thank God. We are getting absolutely rocked around though by that wind. Sheesh. I'll maintain flight level 350, FedEx 502. Alright, you still got us on runway heading. Let's go slat retraction. Give you a beautiful wing view of that. Info. Why no climb mode? We're in it now. We're in profile mode now. We're going to lock our gear. Ground spoilers disarmed. Cleared direct Leo, FedEx 502. Alright, we're direct Leo. Go to nav mode. Right turn. There go. Speed 250. We'll hold that. Climbing up to 350. Profile mode. Nav mode. Looking good, Chad. Looking good. Jacob, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Kev, you're interested in flying the 310? Not really, to be honest with you. I'd much rather fly the 300. The 310 is just not flying anymore, man. It's the things, you know. At least the A300 we can do like real world ops and stuff like that. Dude, the turbulence tonight out of here. You know what's crazy, man? I always have turbulence flying in and out of Memphis. It always just rocks me around like crazy. Coming through the clouds, getting a little bit bumpy. Coming up on 8,000 feet, hand flying it. We're going to go and throw on autopilot, bring you guys back up into the flight deck. Let's bring those sounds back down just a little bit. I love this airplane as well, too, dude. I think right up there with the PMDG 737 and the Phoenix A320, this aircraft deserves a lot more love. I think it doesn't get the same amount of love because one, it's a little bit older, and two, I think people are a little bit, unless you know this airplane really well and can like break down flows and sections of how to do things, I think that this airplane can be a little bit confusing to some. I mean, look at this overhead panel. It's just like straight out of the 80s. It almost looks like a panel that belongs like over here somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Like it almost looks like it could just be like a panel right here. So I get it. I kind of get it, but yeah. I mean, this airplane is just fantastic to fly in every which way. 10,000 feet, landing lights coming off, nose lights off, runway turnoffs off, wing lights off. Continuous relight is off as well. We'll go to ignition system off. And we're looking good. I remembered to turn the engine bleeds on, right? Yep, everything's looking good there. We're pressurizing. Beautiful. If you can handle the 7.3, you can handle the A300. Feels and flows are similar. Yes and no. I wouldn't necessarily say similar, but yeah. These are getting bumped down to 75. Save aircraft profile. Good. A310 is a good learning aircraft. It is, especially because it's free, right? It doesn't cost you anything to use it, so you can kind of just use it for free. I agree. Yeah. The Mad Dog MD-82 is the most less loved plane in Microsoft. I think a lot of that has to do with the price tag that's attached to it, Legend, and, you know, bang for your buck, there's far better airplane out there, especially payware quality. So I kind of understand where people are coming from that one as well, man, that perspective. Yeah. Last day of school, which was a half day, but forgot about the stream, so I'm late. Andres, welcome back, man. Hope you're doing well. By the way, guys, if you didn't see the Captain Canada Summer Camp t-shirts, check out the link right under the stream. You should see them. We've actually sold way more than we thought we would sell. I'm actually incredibly happy with how many we've sold so far. And if you are going down to the expo, it looks like I should have, my packages shipped, so it looks like I should have other ones as well. What are you using for weather? Base game? That's all you need, Tyler. Gone are the days of having to have, you know, add-on weather for, like you did in P3D, FSX, X-Plane. You just don't need that in this sim, man. The default weather is perfectly fine. Matthew, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Last day of school is tomorrow. Can't wait to be able to play Microsoft so much more. There you go. Gotta love the random quick ads. That's YouTube, man. YouTube putting them in every 30 minutes. UPS A300 ops to Abbotsford, BC tonight. Got a great freeware for FSTO. I've already got that. No, we're going to fly into Toronto tonight, Kevin. It's Thursdays in Toronto. They've got the event going on tonight. I think we're going to do Memphis to Toronto. Sebastian, good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Thursdays in Toronto.
381, say airspeed.
The weather updates in X-Plane were deadly. Oh, dude. They've caused plenty of times to fall out of the sky.
Every time that I see someone flying the mostly builds a 306, I yearn for the Just Flight B4. We're so overdue for an update on that, but considering the toxic community. Also, how many t-shirts and Citation Max socks are being shipped on this flight?
Great question. I already have my Citation Max socks picked out and ready to go for the expo. So I'll be ready to go. Come check out my socks on Saturday and Sunday if you are going to the expo. Owls, I asked you earlier and I didn't see your response. Are you going to the expo, or we still find the GEs this evening or the Pratt & Whitneys? I'll see. Is there a FedEx? Does FedEx fly with Pratt & Whitneys as well, or do they just fly with GEs? I'm sure there's a livery we can go. You are going, Owls? All right, cool, man, sweet. Make sure you come by the Thrustmaster booth, say hello. Saturday, Sunday, we're doing an epic giveaway from the Thrustmaster booth. We're going to be doing a landing challenge with the community. So I'd love to see you there, man, and participating would be absolutely awesome. I already told XP's got to be there. He's got to do both. Pratt & Whitneys? Okay, we'll fly Pratt & Whitneys tonight then. We'll do the Pratt & Whitneys tonight, considering we're doing the GEs right now. How do you change engines between the Pratt & Whitney for the AnyBuilds A320 Neo? I don't think you can, Professor somebody, but I'm not sure. My new Thrustmaster Airbus home better be in there. Nice. Do you have an OFP preference? To me, it seems to be Delta. Yeah, I always go Delta, Tyler. When we fly for our world flight, we use the Delta OFP, so I've just become accustomed to reading the Delta OFP. Just upgraded to a 4 terabyte SSD. Hopefully it's enough. Now I'm able to install the new world updates. Have to reinstall all my mods, but I can't wait to get back on. Nice. Yes, that should be plenty, man. 4 terabyte hard drive. Yeah, you should be, or sorry, SSD. You should be good with that. How's the development going for the 7.5? Great. great. They're going to be down at the expo as well.
Got it, 1423,
So
Kansas City,
I'm sure they'll be able to answer some questions and some cool stuff down at the expo. So they will be there, which is always great. For me, Lido is the easiest. What's the difference between Delta OFP and, well, that is Del. That is Delta Aviator. I was once holding a pattern IRL waiting for clearance on the app, and they gave me priority on an A300. They flew 1,000 feet below us. I was on a turn and saw it. It was so close. It was awesome. Very cool. Very, very, very cool, man. Have you seen the A330 reviews of all engines? No. I stopped paying attention to the Aerosoft news and stuff.
Fedex 1545.
Excuse me. Those Pratt Whitneys were going to be super nice when the 747-400 comes out. The RB211 and Pratt Whitney 4000s are breathtaking engines. Love, love, love them. All right, cool. Davis, good to see you, man.
Stand by, FedEx 1545.
ECAP, will you fly the Indybuilds A320 Neo again? I will, Jack. I'm going to wait for an update to come out to address some of the issues. We did just fly it last week for 2 days. But yeah, I'm going to wait for some updates to come out for that airplane, man. And yeah. It's a shame PMGG can't make the expo this year, but they're busy on the 777. Sure. We'll go with that one, James, just to keep the community at ease. We'll go with that one. Gap, you're going to live streaming while at the expo, not like flight live streaming, but live streaming from the booth and stuff? John, no. I am live streaming from the event, but it's going to be like me sitting at a computer like I am now, except there's no green screen. You're just going to see a bunch of people behind me walking around. Yeah, I'm going to live stream and we're doing a landing challenge with the community. So I'm going to start the stream. I'm going to say, hey guys, welcome to Flight Sim Expo 2024, Las Vegas. If you're here, please come out, say hi, blah, 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 blah. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator. This is the Thrustmaster TCA Boeing Yoke. And we're going to be doing some landing showcases today and some stuff like that. And yeah, that's kind of what we're going to be doing. Going to win for real? Hey, nice, my man. The takeoff performance tool at SimBrief is badass and very accurate. I love it. Awesome. Great news. My only thing, Split, is all of the aircraft that we fly right now have takeoff calculators. So, I mean, I guess it's cool for like airplanes that don't have it, but most of the airplanes that I fly have like performance calculators and stuff built into it, including this airplane, right? Like there's not much point in me using a SimBrief performance calculator if I have this calculator right here, right? So if that makes sense. Got to park at the ramps over by 05 left for Atlanta? No, they go in Atlanta. They're up in the north. They're up here, north cargo ramp. FedEx parks all along here.
381, what is your Mach number?
If you were wondering, we can just look at the ground, and you can see here. So this is the exact flight that we're doing, FedEx 502. They did it in an A300 B4, which is exactly what we're in as well, and they parked right up here in the north ramp. So that's where we're planning to park. Up in the north ramp. Fly-by-wire doesn't have a takeoff performance tool. Correct. Yeah. So there you go. So that's an airplane that you would use it for. Now I don't really fly the fly-by-wire all that much. That's why I was just giving you my, from my perspective, most airplanes that I fly already have performance calculators. Yeah.
FedEx 1545, climb and maintain flight 380.
Beautiful views at the right side of the airplane. Actually, it does. Oh, well, there you go. I meant for those forget where they are. No, you're good, man. Yeah. Does the SimBrief calculator...
Maintain flight 330, that'll be the final.
So that was 330 for FedEx 502?
Affirmative.
Thank you. All right, 330 is our final today, chat. So we need to change that. We need to go to our NITREF. We need to go 330 so that we get our proper descent calculations. Good. 330 today. Flyboy, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well, bud. Happy Thursday to you. Since when you have all other things in, it calculates the speeds and the McDo for you. Oh, okay. Interesting. I spent way too much time on Flight Radar 24 at work tracking flights. It's an incredible site. It is. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Sent the previews in Discord DM. Will you look at them after stream? Probably not, but thank you for sending them over. Like I said, man, I just don't care, man. I'm at that point where I'm kind of done reading dev updates and you know, forum blogs and forum posts. I just don't care anymore. Just let me know when the airplane's releasing, then I can start getting excited about it. Until then, I'm just going to continue to fly the airplanes that I do have access to and that I can fly on a regular basis. Because as it stands right now, it's just, there's no point in me looking at previews and updates, and I don't care. I don't care about any of that, to be honest with you. Blessings, Captain. With database, do you select your flights, or do you just go on Flight Radar and pick based off preference? You got it, Deshaun. That's exactly what I do, man.
FedEx 1545, turn left heading 270.
The A330 previews are the RR, the GE, and the Pratt & Whitneys. Again, cool, man. Awesome. Cool.
Maintain 5,000.
Has the route for this evening been determined? We're going Memphis to Toronto, Defender. Memphis to Toronto, because it's Thursdays in Toronto. Full ATC in Toronto.
5,000, squawk 1032, Denis,
GMDD doesn't release by the 30th anniversary. When's the 30th anniversary? Hey, Cap, does your radio stack work with this plane? It does. Yeah, it does, BQ. Are we doing a round trip? We are. Yes.
132.97.
Alright, over to Atlanta, 132.907, United 1798.
Son of 1817, 2000, climbing through.
30th anniversary is June 12th. Looks like you owe me $100, my man. I don't think the airplane's coming out on then. Maybe it is. I don't know. Should be a fun, busy night in Toronto tonight. Should be. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Cap, is the landing challenge going to be Boeing or Airbus? Boeing. We're using the Boeing Yoke. Boeing Yoke. Is it possible to make fixed rings on this aircraft in the MIC-do? Yes. I don't know how, but yes. Probably flight plan and here and fix info. Actually, I don't know if this has a fix info page. Kermie. Yeah, I don't think it does.
By Southwest 181 to set a maintain 3,000.
3,181.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Right, heading 030,
I do not know.
6 left localizer.
030, John.
The A300 doesn't? Yeah, I was going to figure it. It's,
030, John.
I think this is too old for it. She's old. She's an old bird. We have a 509 knot ground speed right now, chat. Very nice. Click on the airport and then fix info maybe. I just don't think it's available in this aircraft. I don't think you can do it from the airport. Like, no, there's nothing. There's nothing there for that.
November 27 Golf Sierra ready to detect.
Nothing there, unfortunately. I think the challenge will be in the default 787, 747. Correct. Probably the 747. What's the plan for tonight's stream? Matthew, we're going to go Memphis to Toronto. It's Thursdays in Toronto. I love to visit and give support to my fellow Canadians up in Toronto. Plus, I love landing in Toronto. Great airport. Yeah.
1227,
Love the 350 and the 380. There you go. I hate my haters. Sure. Yeah. May join tonight. Sounds good, man. It'll be fun. Been a while since I've flown along. Good to see you, Matthew. Welcome back, man. Hope you're doing well.
132.907.
FedEx Ops, Memphis to Toronto on the A300 with the Pratt & Whitney engines. Correct. Oh, Kyle, sounds like you're sick again? No? Not at all? Feeling great, man. Ready for Flight Sim Expo. Not getting sick till Flight Sim Expo. Never flown the A300. Looks like that'll be my next one. Oh, dude, this thing is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And you can't beat the price of this airplane. What is it, chat? 30-something Great British Pounds? Forget what it is. Isn't Flight Tampa YYZ supposed to get an update? Yes, it is. Yeah. The Atlanta scenery is pretty mid. Wish an actual good dev would make one. Correct. Yeah. I don't get how people nowadays think the A380 and 350 sounds good, but the A300 sounds are much better. I I mean, again, I think that just comes down to personal preference, right? So.
Southwest 181, do you have the airport on side?
Airport inside 181.
Southwest 181, cleared visual approach, runway 36 left.
Clear visual 36 left, 181.
FedEx 502, contact Atlanta Center 132.907.
3297, thanks for ATC, man. Hopefully we'll get you for the return flight. FedEx 502 Heavy.
Hopefully.
All right, 13297, good. Does clouds ruin the views? Nah, beautiful clouds. Look at them. Gorgeous clouds out there. Atlanta Center, good afternoon. FedEx 502, flight level 330, it's our final.
FedEx 502, Atlanta Center, welcome.
Love the lawn mowing sounds. Wait, you guys can hear that?
Delta 82, cross Glavin at 14,000, Atlanta altimeter 3014.
How the fuck do you guys hear that? That's insane. Need to mow your lawn? Dude, it's been crazy here this spring, man. It's been like rain for 5 days, sun for 2 days, rain for 4 days, sun for 3 days.
5 miles from Hines, turn right heading 250.
Those G's sound so good. I love the roll and take off. They are nice. Yeah.
Okay, turn right.
I had no clue you could hear that.
250.
I didn't think the microphone was picking that up, dude. Jesus. That's like way out front. I can't believe the microphone's picking that up. Would gate medium be fine for heavy if gate heavy is not available?
420, you can expect
Sure.
a visual approach from runway 26 right.
Yeah.
Visual 26 right.
Same here in Tampa. It's hot and humid. It's been brutal, dude. It's been brutal here this year so far. We have like a nice stretch of a couple days coming up here. I think it's like 5 or 6 days in a row with no rain on the schedule. I think. I bet you it's changed since the last time I looked at it, but we've got a nice grouping of days here where there's no rain. What are they saying here for today? 20 degrees and sunny, Friday 23 and sunny, Saturday 25 and sunny, Sunday 23 and cloudy, Monday 27 and sunny, Tuesday 27 and sunny, Wednesday 26 and cloudy, Thursday next week rain.
502, fly heading 040 for traffic.
So heading 040 for traffic, FedEx 502 Heavy. Heading 040.
FedEx 502, sorry, that's the wrong word. It says 040 for sequence, that's what I meant.
040 for sequence, no worries. FedEx 502 Heavy. All right, we're going on some Victor Vectors already. Already on some Victor Vectors, chat. I don't know who the hell we caught up to, but we caught up to somebody. Perfect beach weather. Huh? Ooh, chilly, Kev, today. 13 degrees? It's a little bit chilly. Next week for you is rain 25 plus. There you go. Honestly, when I heard the lawnmower, I thought it was the engines of the plane. Nice. Cap, we're going to do some Scandinavia flying sometime. It's so pretty in this part of the world. I mean, we do it all the time. We literally spent a full week in Norway like a couple weeks ago. We did some Norwegian ops. We did some cool stuff. Yeah, man. I love flying up in Scandinavia. We go out to Helsinki all the time as well. Copenhagen. Yeah.
Atlanta Center, Blue Streak 5042, flight level 340. Blue Streak 5042.
Toronto's a great airport. Yeah. Can you open the windows with this plane? I don't think so. No. Like, when you're on the ground, opening the windows? No, I don't think so.
Delta 82, you can expect a visual approach runway 26 right.
Alright, he gave us a crazy vector. He's going to send us off, and then he's going to turn us back direct. Probably once we get about 10 or 15 miles from that other aircraft in front of us. Cap, you going to buy the other E-Jet variant once the custom FMC is released? We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see how she goes. We'll see how she
Delta
goes.
654, Atlanta Center, ident.
21 more days till the expo. Well, technically like 23 days, Dom. 23 days to the expo. 21 days till you're there. 20 days till I'm there. But yeah, the expo's in 23 days for the actual expo itself.
Turn right heading 150, descend and maintain, flight level 240.
Right turn 150, we'll descend and maintain flight level 240 for FedEx 502.
FedEx 502, affirmative. Sorry, it's a lot of numbers.
That's good. My brain just doesn't work that quickly on Thursdays. All right, he wants us 250. We're going to go level change.
3014.
just make it easier. I'm not quite sure why he's getting us down so quickly, but right 150 down to flight level 250. I feel like last year's expo was a month ago. No, it feels like it's been a while. Kyle, you're going to choose to run your lawnmower in your sim room. Should you really consider shutting off the stream before? Don't tell me it's that loud. How's the flight model of the lawnmower? Do you think Austin Meyer can replicate it? 100%. He'd be great at it. Yeah. Well, it's on a controller fly the E-Jets this morning. It looks like the custom FMC is the only thing holding it back. Well, the custom FMC and the autopilot. Those are the two main things that are still using like default Asobo systems.
Where are you parking today?
Yeah.
If possible, the Foxtrot gates on the right line.
KLM 623, roger, cross runway 26 left at Bravo 2.
San Francisco is always consistent in temperature for the entire year. Probably has to do with them sitting right on that coast like that, man.
26 left, taxi to the Foxtrot parking.
I apologize, I was being a smart ass in typical fashion.
FedEx 502, clear direct Glavin, cross Glavin at 14,000. The Atlanta altimeter 3014.
Or clear direct Gavin. We'll expect Gavin 14,000 and 3014. FedEx 502. All right, 14,000. Boy. 3014. We're going to Glavin. We're well above profile path. I'm going to go profile descent. I'm going to go back to nav track. We're direct Glavin. And he wants us Glavin at 14,000. Is that what is in here? Ooh, no, it's not. Okay. Glavin at or above 14,000 feet.
322, turn left heading 290, report the airport in sight.
And
okay, turn left
now it expects that. And let's see, we're about 80 miles from Glavin, so it knows Glavin for 14,000. I don't like that my profile speed is so low right now. How can I fix you? Profile speed. Can I go init ref? I don't think I can control the profile speed, can I? This is 262, 14,000 at Glavin.
Good afternoon. Southwest 277 Atlanta.
I'm not even going to touch it. That's fine. Got people behind us. We're not even going to worry about it. You'll be flying the Indy Builds 832 and Neil Moore, or will you stick to the Phoenix? I want it to get a few updates. I still think it needs some updates, critique, so we'll revisit it again. But, yeah. Finally, the A300 is out from storage. It is, Pedro, yes. We're back in it. Glavin, famous Atlanta Braves baseball player? Yeah. 'Tis it is. We are 27 minutes on the flight time, 40 minutes on the block time right now. Any plans for the fly-by-wire?
And Atlanta Center Southwest 322 has
no.
the airport and runway 27 left in sight.
I now expect Swiss 01 to land a land mower at Lukla. Only if X-Plane makes it, though.
Okay, clear visual 27 left, Southwest 322.
American 672, thanks for your patience. Runway 36 center, taxi via Echo, cross runway 5.
All right. Kev, what's up, my man? 6 months. Appreciate you, dude. Huge enough floaties to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind, man. I appreciate you, buddy. That is very, very kind of you, dude. 6 months. Zcap, hope all is well. All is well, dude. All is well. 110.1. Get some no floaties for you, man. Thank you, buddy. 110.1 on the localizer and 275 on the front course.
Charlie, taxi to park via Echo Delta.
275 set, good. Minimums, you have to go with barrow minimums. Sorry, radio minimums 200. So decision 200. All right, we're looking good.
Spare wings 244, turn left on Bravo, hold short of 26 left at Delta.
We're slowly on descent. Once Glavin at 14, we'll probably start that descent
it's a left turn on
somewhat
Bravo,
soonish.
Left turn,
Just gonna stick with the Kiro?
Right
yep.
Delta.
Left turn on Bravo, sorry, hold short on Delta.
Won't bother with the Payware 77 due to lack of SimBrief integration. I mean, again, man, you just don't.
Maintain flight level 240.
You just don't need it, right? Regardless of the lack of sim brief integration, it's just if you're on PC, you've got the Horizon, you've got the Kuro. That's all that you need. It's literally that's all that it is. Like the sounds that the sounds that the payware aircraft are using are FT sim sounds. So like it's all things that you can just get for free, or you can pay to get the FT sim sound pack, and you can just put it in the default Asobo 787.
244 cross runway 26 left at Delta.
How do you set minimums in the A320? It's in the FMC.
All right, cross.
It's in your approach page.
Left on Delta.
It would be something like this, like MDA. I remember there was a point in time that the fly-by-wire was the only plane we had. Correct. Yeah. Yes, sir. Can we get a stop rudder input? Sure.
Delta 381, you can expect a visual approach runway 26 right.
Stop rudder input. What time are you going to start the FS Expo live stream? 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern time. So 2 hours later than we usually start our regular live streams.
322, runway 27 left, clear to land.
Have you tried the new tractor? I have.
27 left,
yes.
322.
I have. I have.
Remember the 7240 right now, or at the top of the set?
Southwest 277, descend to flight level 240 now.
With stop rudder input, that implemented after the... Yes.
5,000.
Correct, Pedro.
5,000 Delta.
Yes, sir. Flying in Spirit in the sim from MKE to Vegas. Ooh, it's a nice one. And do you like the new tractor versus the old tractor? You know, it's kind of crazy, dude. They're a year apart. So the new tractor is a year older, and like it's so different how it operates. It's very, very, very weird. There's like no gas pedal. There's the clutch, and then the gears.
Expect a visual approach runway 26 right.
Looks like the visual 26 right, FedEx 502 heavy. The gears are like right down in front of you like this. Like they're like right here when you're sitting in the chair. It's kind of, we bought a new seat for it as well, and it's pretty badass, pretty comfortable. It's quite a bit smaller than the other tractor though. Like, I don't know if I can I compare it? I don't know if I have a picture I can compare it with without leaking the fiance, which I'm not doing today. Some of you have already seen her, but still. Do we have a picture? Oh yeah, there is a picture. Okay, here. I don't have to leak anything. I can just show you. That's the comparison of the two tractors. So that's the one on this one. That's the new one that we bought. That's the old one that we bought as well. So you can see the size difference. You see the size difference. They're pretty... Now there's the barn shack. That's where the horses sleep at night.
Southwest 277 cross Glavin at 14,000. The Atlanta altimeter 3014.
There we go. Didn't have to leak anything.
Cross
Good.
Gavin 14,000. Altimeter 3014. Southwest 277.
Rubbish farm equipment, not John Deere. Nope, Massey Ferg. Massey Ferguson's.
United 1798.
Do you own a pair of boots? If so, what company are they from? Specifically cowboy boots. I do not have cowboy boots, no. I have, what do you call those Australian ones? They're right over there. I can see them. I'm looking at them. I forget what they're called. It's an Australian company. I forget what they're called, but those are the boots that I have. And then I also have, like, knee-high rubber boots. Uggs? No,
disregard.
Not Uggs. How many horses do I have? I don't have any. My fiance has one. She has 3 that she owns. There's 20 horses on the property. So she boards 17 horses. John Deere is the Apple and Tesla of farm equipment. Could be. I think Smitty was just making a joke. You know what I mean? Lux, nice Captain. How are you doing? I'm doing well, James. Good to see you, man. Welcome back.
322, welcome to Atlanta. Cross runway 27 right at Tango. Taxi to Park Via Lima.
How do you fix a broken PTO shaft?
7 right at Tango and taxi via Lima, Southwest 322.
FedEx 420, descend and maintain 4,000.
We're definitely not going to hit Glavin. We're 20 miles out. I guess maybe it could get up on a profile. I'm waiting for it to come back into profile. It just doesn't look like it's happening. Yeah, I have no clue how to fix a broken PTO shaft. Both of the PTO shafts are working perfectly fine. Instead of fighting about what sim to use, let's fight about tractor colors. Team Green. The Massey Fergs are red and white. You know, horse jumping and training is what I do for a living. Ah, very cool, Sebastian. Very, very cool. Shipping some Biscoffs? Yes, sir. Biscoffs and Thrustmaster joysticks and yokes. Cap, could you give us a barn tour live stream? Maybe one day. The internet out there is still absolutely atrocious, so maybe one day. Always had a smooth lift system, very precise back in the day. Massey Fergs, I mean, it's, yeah, we haven't really run into any issues. We got to replace the hydraulic pump on the older tractor, our first tractor that we got. So, do I ride the horses? No. No, I leave that for the professionals. Okay, I'm gonna go. Sorry, altitude again for FedEx 502 Heavy.
FedEx 502 Heavy, descend and maintain 12,000.
12,000, thanks. All right, 12,000. It didn't seem to be going back up on a profile, so we're just going to go level change now. We'll throw it into level change. The aircraft will actually start descending properly. I think we mess it up with putting the deviation path that low. So.
Descend and maintain 4,000.
Out of 4,000, Delta 82.
In Vegas, the South Point Casino has an equestrian center and arena for rodeos and stuff. Very cool. If I'm honest, we had Massey's at the greenhouse when I worked back in the day. See, there you go.
250 will report in sight.
All right, 3014 on the QNH. Arrival into. Set them all the way across, which it did. Good. Cool. Descent time into Atlanta. Yep, we've already started our descent. We're just through 18,000 feet now.
And FedEx 420, got the field in sight.
FedEx 420, clear visual approach runway 26 right. No less than 180 knots until final approach 6.
Back to work I go. Ken, take care, man. Have a great afternoon, dude. Hopefully I'll see you tonight. Farmington 22, only Gear and Case products. When it's virtual money, Smitty, right? You just, who cares? Real money, I don't know if you get those ones.
FedEx 420 to no less than 180 knots, please.
Okay, no less than 180 knots. FedEx 420.
American 672.
Did you see the Savannah trailer? I did. Yeah. We may have to fly into it, Carson. We'll see, man. It's only 96 out now. Sweater weather. Don't want to get a frostbite. Jesus Christ. 96. What's that to Celsius? It's like 25, 26 degrees, isn't it? I wonder what the daytime temps are going to be in Vegas. You think we're going to be breaking the 100s every day for like daytime temps?
Probably about 20 miles before CAE.
I foresee a lot of evening outings instead of afternoon outings. 96 is like 34 to 35. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's try the roleplay stuff that Jeff Favignano does. Maybe, Cameron. Yeah. Great attempt at trying to spell his last name. Favignano.
FedEx 420, it looks like
90s into the hundreds, bet you're going to sweat your ass off. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Can't be worse than Houston though, Schmitty. Like Houston, it wasn't even the heat. Like I can deal with the heat, Schmitty. That's fine. It's when you jab the 60 to 70% humidity as it was. I don't think the humidity went under 75% when we were in Houston. Oh my God. It was just, oh, you'd walk out of anywhere to outside and you were instantly covered in that layer of sweat and everything would stick to you. Everything had like that damp feeling to it. Everything had that like damp, wet feeling to it. Gross, man.
Delta 82, thank you. Clear visual approach runway 26.
I'm going to Flight Sim Expo coming from the UK. Ooh, nice. Very cool, man. That'll be awesome. Thick, fuzzy wuzz or ginger bear can't perspire. I mean, I can, but it's not fun. Nobody wants that. Only thing is, if they get into the monsoons blowing up through the desert from the Gulf, it will be Orlando type we had in 2019.
Atlanta Center,
Yeah, I mean, it would kind of be crazy cool to see one of those monsoons push through, but hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can avoid that. Is it monsoon season, late July? I don't know anything about that. I don't have to worry about that.
1 Atlanta Center, welcome to send via the Jedi 3 arrival and ident.
Via Jedi 3, we'll go ahead and ident for you. Square Wednesday 881.
Houston is like the armpit of Texas.
United
Simmer down.
1798, turn right heading 180.
I think 180.
It was brutal, dude. It was absolutely brutal. That's all I can say. I hope nobody has to go through that type of heat. It was awful.
Southwest 277, descend and maintain 12000.
12000, 277.
Alright, 1-2000 is in. Gonna keep our speed at 270 knots. I feel like that's a good forward speed till 10,000 feet, then we'll bump it down to 240.
5042, currently reported weather at Augusta, wind 0407.
What are your thoughts on Sim FX?
10 miles of visibility.
I mean, it adds some cool stuff to the sim, Brady. My big concern is everything that they seem to have added is also going to be added into the new version of Microsoft 2024. So is it worth spending $20-$30 on something that you're going to use for a couple of months? I don't know.
No slower than 180 knots.
So I have a great train, AC in Orlando? Yes, absolutely. How do you get that view? Just set your custom wing view, Samuel.
Thank you.
If you're unsure how to do that, go to Google, go to YouTube. Just type in custom wing views Microsoft Flight Simulator. Has like the clouds completely cleared here in Atlanta? That's in few at 6,000, few at 12, few at 25.
American 672, Atlanta Center radar contact, climate team flight level 230.
I guess we're getting okay. I guess there's like few clouds, but it's pretty clear, I'd say, right, chat? People always complain about the weather. There are like 10 perfect weather days each year. We're in actually the perfect weather right now. We have been. The fence wing ratio looks off after flying the 320 for so long. Because of this big old fat wing, dude. This airplane's huge. It's kind of crazy.
502, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000, FedEx 502. Alright, 5,000. Sorry, level change. We're going to go 240 on the level change. And we'll descend. There's downtown Atlanta off our nose. There's Hartsfield right here. Yeah, it's pretty close to downtown, eh? That's interesting. Never realized how far. I think Atlanta would be a great place for an expo as well, chat. I'm wondering if they're eyeing down Atlanta for the next expo. I could totally see this being a I could totally see this being an expo city. Why is Microsoft AutoGen so bad? What do you mean? So bad. It just depends at your distance, right? Level of detail. I don't have my level of detail crazy high, Shaq. If you want to see and you want it to be rendered from mega far distances, you can do that. I don't know how you can call this bad AutoGen. It's literally drawing real buildings and houses and stuff down there. Again, it all has to do with your draw distance, your object LOD. Look at that train, Smitty. We need Smitty and Mopar. Look at the trains down there. Shit. That's huge. Please no expo in Atlanta. I could see it happening, man. I could see it happening. I could see it happening Chicago, Atlanta, or back in Orlando or something like that. No cap, trust. As someone who's based and lived there all my life, Atlanta traffic is terrible. Well, I believe it. I believe it, but I still think it's a super viable city to host an expo, especially with all the history and stuff for Delta and the Delta Museum and all the other things down here. I could definitely see it happening. Not saying we got to go downtown and deal with traffic, right? But I could see it being in Atlanta. Totally viable city. Expo in Punta Cana would be good. That would never happen, unfortunately. Trains? Trains. You can take the 6 and 7 lane highways to get to the airport. See, there you go. Just quick to the airport and back. Chat, remember, if you are enjoying the streams, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. Thanks everybody for being here today. Appreciate y'all, man. And also just keep in mind, this is only stream 1 of 2 streams that we will be having today. We're also going to be doing a stream tonight. We're going to fly Memphis to Toronto. I think that's a good flight. I don't know how long the flight is, but maybe I should check that, right, chat? Sim brief.
Delta 381, turn right heading 180.
Memphis to Toronto.
Turn right heading 180 for Delta 381.
FedEx 502, descend and maintain 4,000.
4,000, FedEx 502.
FedEx 815, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000.
United 1798, clear to land number 2, runway 26 right.
26 right, we're clear to land, United 1798.
Southwest 3157, your radar contact 30 miles east of Dublin.
That's perfect. Hour and 50 minutes from Memphis to Toronto. Perfect flight. Such a big airport, Atlanta is pretty efficient. Yeah? It's going to give us vectors here soon.
United 1737, will you at FL 330?
United 1737, Atlanta Center, ident. American 672.
Cap, any other games you recommend playing on PC other than Flight Sim? Depends what you're into, man. It really depends what you're into. Right now, I'm playing a little bit of Gray Zone. I've got PGA Tour, EA Sports, Super Mega Baseball, Call of Duty, Helldivers. That's a great game if you're interested. Helldivers, Golf with Friends, Airport Sim, Rocket League, City Skylines. Depends what you're into, man. PGA Tour, great game as well. American Truck Sim. So it really depends what you're looking for.
Facing to the south, Delta 82, you're looking to taxi Concord Delta.
Delta 81, roger. Cross runway 26 left at Bravo 6, should be right in front of you. You can taxi.
Explain, sure. Whatever you're in the mood for. Let's go auto brake low. Where is X-Plane?
381, sorry for the late turn. Turn right heading 290, put the airport in sight.
290 for Delta 381.
X-Plane isn't installed anymore.
Turn right heading 180, vector for base.
The last time I used X-Plane was in 2022.
United 1737, your radar contact 30 miles north of Volunteer.
The last time I played it was August 23rd, 2022. I don't even think I played it. I think I launched it to like get something to do something. That's the last time I played it. 4,262 hours in X-Plane.
Delta 381, clear visual approach runway 26 right. Sorry about that.
Clear visual for 26 right for Delta 381.
Cap, when you go to Vegas, you should go to dinner at Hell's Kitchen. We'll see. We'll see, Chris. Yeah, if we have time for it, man. Absolutely. Helldivers is so much fun. It is. Yeah, it's absolutely a blast, dude. Especially if you can get like a group of guys together. Go ahead, 502.
FedEx 502, turn right heading 250.
Right, turn 250, FedEx 502. Thanks.
United 1798.
Right, turn 250. I don't know if he was trying to call me, but let's get our LS switch on. Good. Steam is a wonderful platform. It is. Absolutely. Yeah. I've been playing actually X Defiant lately as well. I don't know if you guys have been seeing videos and stuff on X Defiant. It's a new shooter done by Ubisoft of all teams.
Blue Streak 5042, descend and maintain flight level 190.
190, Blue Streak 5042.
Keep in mind, Chad, I'm not going to friend request you on Steam just because you saw my Steam profile. I'm sorry if that upsets people, but I already have so many people added on Steam. I'm almost at my max friend request and level for friends on Steam.
Good afternoon, November 27 Golf Sierra, level at flight level.
If you ask Flight Factor to get the 777, do you think they would say yes?
No. 27 Golf Sierra, Atlanta Center, welcome.
No. Playing CS 1.5 back in 2004 and got a pop-up asking to install Steam. The rest is history. There you go.
2755,
it's a great game. Great game.
Descent mainland for 1200, Delta 2755.
Sorry, I don't have money to spend on YouTube. For what?
2037, descend and maintain 4,000.
What's up?
You don't have to spend money on YouTube.
502, turn right heading 270.
Right, 270, we've got the field. Fedex 502.
Delta 381, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Clear to land for Delta 381.
Just gonna go.
FedEx 502, runway, or correction, clear visual approach, runway 26 right.
Good visual approach 26 right. FedEx 502 heavy. Alright, land switches on. Should capture. Should go Loke.
Delta 755, we have lost left engine.
My boy's doing a pan.
Roger, state your intentions.
My boy doing the pan.
Vectors to visual approach runway 26 right.
Did it capture? It says
Delta
heading.
2755, Roger, you can expect that.
Heading. I figured it would have
Thank you.
gone on to localizer. I'm gonna bring the speed down 210. My boy said pan. How do I localizer?
Atlanta Center, Delta 590, ready to copy IFR to Mexico City.
290.
Blue Streak
Loke star
5042,
capture.
descend and
Okay, good.
maintain 5,000, need gust to altimeter 3009.
3009 down to 5, 5042.
Think you can tolerate YouTube without YouTube Premium? Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Alright, slots are coming out.
5042.
FedEx 815, turn right heading 180.
We're gonna go 5 knots on the wind correction, 139 on the VAP. Good.
FedEx 502, no less than 180 knots until final approach fix, please.
No less than 180 till final approach fix. FedEx 502.
Thank you.
So we're looking good. Eventually, I'd love to see you do an approach down to minimums Cat 3 ILS. David, we did one. We did an auto land Cat 3 into New Zealand like a couple weeks ago. We did one, man. Go check out our landing into New Zealand. It was pretty crazy, dude. It was pretty gnarly. Had a lot of fun with that one. Speed 190. We got to keep 180 till final approach fix, which is AJ at 2700. Glide slope's coming alive. We're looking good.
How about now?
Spear wings 881, you can expect a visual approach runway 27 left, descend and maintain 5,000.
Yo, Cap, Flight Factor put a bounty on your head.
Visual 27 left.
How's that?
FedEx 815, turn right heading 250, report the airport in sight.
250, and yeah, we have the...
What's scenery for Atlanta? Exclamation point scenery.
FedEx 815, thank you, clear visual approach runway 26 right.
Good, the visual, 26 right, FedEx.
Here comes glide slope.
Delta 381, cross runway 26 left at Bravo 2, taxi to park via Echo.
Glide slope star captured, good.
Taxi back Bravo to continue to the last passport Delta 381.
A little bit bumpy in here
Delta
today.
381, cross runway 26 left at Bravo 2, taxi to park via Echo.
And cross runway 26 left.
All right, ground charts are opened. We'll hopefully hit Alpha 4. If not, we'll be rolling out all the way back
FedEx
into
815,
the
correcting back to the right. The 26 right is well north of where you're at now.
Yes, we are.
All right, we're going to go 180.
Turn right heading 180.
And we're going to go final approach speed now, 139. Let's go gear down.
Delta 654, you can expect the visual approach runway 26 right.
Visual approach.
Good.
26 right,
And engine continuous relight. Good. Flaps 5 degrees. Start slowing down the aircraft. A little bit bumpy. Wheels on. I forgot trying to slow this thing down as an absolute little piggy on short final. Like real piggy. Slots and flaps 15 degrees.
Delta 2755, request vectors to...
I'm going to take control of the throttles.
Delta 2755, roger. Fly heading.
Yoke cam's coming on. Going to take a little second to shout out Thrustmaster for sponsoring today's live stream. If you are interested in any of the peripherals that I am using, please check the link above. Thank you, Thrustmaster, for sponsoring today's live stream. Huge shout out to Thrustmaster. Slots and flaps coming down full. Speed check good. And I'm going to take control of the aircraft.
3014 Delta 2755, thank you.
All right, let's do it.
Southwest 277, turn right heading 270 for the airport in sight.
Heading 270.
Holy bumpy. I think he's cleared us to land.
FedEx 502, clear to land, runway 26
There it is.
right.
Clear to land 26 right, FedEx 502, thanks.
Southwest 277,
There's our clear to land shot.
runway 26 right.
Clear 26 right, number 277.
Man, it is bumpy.
Spirit wings 881, descend to maintain 4,000.
4,000, Spirit wings 881.
All right, speed, altitude looking great. 2 white, 2 red. Sounds up. Speed's good. Feeling good. Feeling confident, chat. Going for the butter.
Blue Streak 5042, fly heading 250.
250, 5042.
Little flare. Just folded. Very nice. Nose down gently. Reversers are out. Decelerating. Landing rate monitor did not work.
37, sorry about that. Turn left heading 020 and report the airport in sight.
Very anticlimactic landing. 80 knots reversers are stowed. We're onto the brakes. We're going to vacate here. Alpha 4 if possible. I think we'll get a pop-up. Not a pop-up, but we'll see landing rate monitor here in a second. All right, we made Alpha 4, so you know it was a good landing.
It looks like you're going the wrong direction. Can you hold a heading?
Wrong direction.
250.
755, we have a problem with our control profile.
Not one broken Biscoff. Landing rate monitor is connected with a green and did not give us any landing rate. Right, back to G's. Back to G's we go. I'll give you the landing rate here in a second, Chad.
American 2037, clear visual approach runway 36 center. FedEx 815, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Slots and flaps retracted.
FedEx 502, sorry I missed you, taxi to Parkway Alpha.
I would say it was pretty smooth. Negative 137 is what Sim Toolkit Pro is giving us, chat. Negative 137. Take it or leave it.
Down to 3,000.
Take it or leave it. Remember, guys, if you are enjoying, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up. Brakes hot. What are you yelling at me? Yeah, I knew I was going to say brakes hot. Brake fan coming on.
I sent you a PDC, please check your system.
Upstairs, ignition system off, EPU.
Runway 26 right, clear to land number 2.
Master start switches on.
Spirit wings 881, turn
Landing
left
lights,
heading 310, vector
nose
for your approach.
lights,
Report the airport in sight.
strobe lights,
Left turn 310 for vector
wing
your final
lights.
approach. We'll let you know when we got the field for Spirit wings 881.
I don't know if GSX will let me north parking.
Delta 2755, request
I don't know. We'll just park at our own gate, it's fine.
request vectors to the nearest airfield.
I run them both. They are independent. Which ones? G's and LRM? I mean, I don't think you need to run two.
Going to be
but-
Atlanta. I recommend you continue on to Atlanta. Is that what you'd like to do?
Okay, what?
I'll launch G's again. I don't know what it is. I wonder if it's just like a certain airplane makes it so like it's not working. I don't know. I did north parking yesterday. The marshaller was on the roof. Nice.
I am a student on center. I cannot handle your emergency. You're going to have to terminate your emergency at this time. I'm sorry.
Okay, Roger, sir. Continue flight heading 30.
Delta 2755, flight heading 250.
250, roger.
Ooh, nice landing.
Sorry, I can't help you at this time. It's a little too busy for me.
No problem.
Center Spirit Wings 881 with fuel.
Spirit Wings 881, runway 27
All right, we'll go in here at Alpha 13.
Clear for the Biz 27 left, 881.
Brake temps
Delta
are
654 to
hot.
maintain 5000.
I think they're cooling down though.
634.
To be expected, it's very hot outside today here in Atlanta. We're currently looking at, what was the temperature? To 26 degrees Fahrenheit, so 80, high 80s.
Atlanta Center, Delta 590.
How was the first leg? Good. Stop our flight time, 59 minutes.
Delta 590, what airfield are you at?
The good news, the dog says I'm not deaf. It's very good news.
Delta 590, trigger
I'm probably
command,
deaf.
please.
Hot Atlanta. Yes, it is. Let's go upstairs. We'll flip to our APU Gen. Good. Boeing fan, thanks for 5 months. As I realized that a payware high quality 787 is needed, and the one from Quality Wings is not coming, so all would agree that the PMDG 787. I would be very happy with that. Yeah. That would be incredible. And considering they're making the Max series, which I believe shares the same screens as a 787, yeah, I'd love to see that. I think that'd be absolutely awesome. Thank you for 5 months, Boeing fan. Appreciate you. Christopher, thank you so much for 24 months celebrating with the 2-year badge. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. It's incredibly kind, man. Thank you, buddy. Really do appreciate it.
Delta 590.
Quality Wings is coming Q3 of 2021. Is that when they said it was coming out?
Okay, Delta
Can't remember.
590, I see you now. Thank you. Runway 26 left, taxi via Delta Echo.
Taxi 26 left via Delta Echo, Delta 590.
Spirit Wings 881, runway 27
chat,
left,
we'll go
land.
Deboarded.
Left, Spirit Wings 881.
American
We'll park right in
2037,
front of the
runway 36
FedEx
clear
sign
land.
here. Herc, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Thanks so much, Christopher. Appreciate you, dude.
5042, turn
24 months repping the 2-year badge.
340, call to field.
Nose lights off.
Delta 2755.
Nice little parking in front of FedEx. The scenery could be so much better, dude. I hope somebody comes and like makes like a high quality. Just could be so much better. It's kind of a shame that Imagine Sim, this is like version 2 of their scenery, and it's still that bad. Version 2 still looks like this. Alright, we're calling it there. Park break is coming on. Upstairs, APU's on, APU gens are on, APU bleed system is on. Engine number 2 is going off, engine number 1 is going off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Atlanta. We're going to request deboarding. I don't know why it's not letting me select. We'll go with Alliance Ground. Sure. There we go, chat. Alright, cool. Well, there we have it. First leg is in the books. We're staying on APU as well, so it might get a little bit loud. Let me turn this down here a little bit. Let's go to ground flight. Let's go ahead and open up the doors. We'll disarm all the doors as well, because they're going to go and open themselves. Good. Stop our block time over here. 1 hour and 16 minutes on the block time. 59 minutes on the flight time. So I would say pretty good. Pretty happy with that one there, chat. Pretty happy with that first leg in the books. Let's go ahead and tune some music, and we'll go ahead and get ready for the return flight back to Memphis. Going to take a little bit longer because of that headwind, but should be a fun one nonetheless. Love flying into Memphis. They're going to give us for sure that crosswind arrival as well. Pretty sure they don't land on the 9s, so this one will be good as well. And Atlanta to Memphis. Deboard the crew? No. Alright, we are in the A300 any builds. That's good. Time to get ready for the return leg. It is indeed 56 minutes on the flight time on the return leg. Hopefully no crazy Victor vectors, stuff like that. Should be good. Alright, flight plan has been filed. That in there, beautiful, cool. In a second. Surprised we get nice weather in Atlanta today, Chad. Super rare we get decent weather flying into Atlanta, that's for sure. New call sign and flight number up top for us. Good. Super rare for you to get good weather anywhere you fly. Correct. Yes. Going to the dispensary and getting edibles. Nice. Be careful with edibles. Pardon me, they're strong. Edibles? Well, they're strong. I find them much stronger than smoking, in my opinion. Atlanta summertime is brutal with weather storms. Yes. It's the humidity, man. It's all that build-up, right? It just builds up. Yeah, I agree, Right Dog. I agree, man. Too much. Too much. Got our PDC chats. Let's jump inside the aircraft. We'll start working on some things in here now. We can come to our electronic flight bag. We can go to My Flight. We can go import from SimBrief. You'll see Atlanta back down to Memphis. Beautiful. If we go to our weight and balance, we can go back. We're going to go custom cargo from SimBrief. Good. We're going to apply load to aircraft. Good. Changes some of our weights and balances. We can leave the fuel. Actually, no, we'll refuel now so we can start working on some numbers. Cool. Let's come down here. We'll go to our NITREF tab. We're going to do our, menu tab, ACARS, SimBrief. Good. Route uplink. Good. We're going to go with a cost index of 5 again. Call sign on the way back. We are Fedex 503. 603? 603, not 503. 603. Not 5603. 603. Thank you. Throw that into there. Mamba Gator, my man. Appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties to you, man. Mamba's like one of the OG. Mamba was here when I used to stream for like 5 or 10 people. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you, dude. I hope life's treating you well, man. Welcome back. Haven't honed in on my favorite strain, to be honest. Sometimes they give me a perfect time, then others make me paranoid to sell the next time. Yeah, I guess it depends. I've noticed for me personally, Rydog, the older I get, it really depends how I'm pairing it. I find the food that I eat either before or after consuming really affects how I feel afterwards about what you just said right there. So I'm finding like eating cleaner and healthier definitely has less of like a paranoid, I find when I eat like shit, like when I'll eat like McDonald's, Burger King, anything like that, and then smoke, I find that like I'm very weird. Try it out. Let me know how you feel, man. Try try eating super healthy for a week, and then tell me, you'll probably feel completely different. as far as like what it's doing to, at least for me, that's what I've noticed, Rydog. It plays a huge role in like how I feel and the types of highs that I have. Big time. Let's go to our NIT B page. Good. We'll plug in some numbers. 0 fuel weight 114. Good. Block fuel 12. Correct. 0 fuel weight CG 29.6. We'll call that 29.7 just in case. 29.7 on the 0 fuel weight CG. Good. Cruise level is going to be at 340. Optimum is 3.5. So we're perfect on that. We'll go to our takeoff. Actually, sorry, let's go to our flight plan. Let's start working on some numbers. So Atlanta, we're going to expect 26 left on the departure. I believe we can get to 26. Yeah, he may give us 26 right, to be honest with you. Let's plan 26 right. We'll see what he gives us, but I'm assuming 26 right is fine. And we're going to be on the the Nassau 2 departure. NASA 2, where is it? NASA 2, there it is right there, beautiful. And we're having the Shook transition. Good. And we'll insert that. And then into Memphis, we'll have a quick little look-see here and see what the weather's doing. Let me go ahead and flights, unload, import, new flight. Yes, please. Thank you. Let's see what the weather's doing in Memphis. Weather is now 150, 10 gusting 18. Okay, there's the weather we were probably looking for. Into Memphis, I hope that means they're landing on the 18s now at least, right? Yeah, they're definitely not landing on the 16s. That's blowing basically. It would be, yeah. So I guess we'll plan 18 center. I think that's where they usually land. Maybe 18 left, but we'll plan 18 center then, I guess. It makes the most sense. So we'll go 2-star. We'll plan 18 center, and we're going to be on SimBrief. What are we on? The Vanzee 3. Vanzee 3. Good with the Wasser transition. And our approach via, there is none, so we'll go ahead and insert that. Beautiful. We'll scroll through. We'll make sure there's no crazy discontinuities or anything like that, which there's not. Good. Wonderful. Happy with all of that. And then we've got the holds in our end of our flight plan. Okay, beautiful with our alternate airport. Now let's go to our departure page. Plug in some numbers over here. Let's go to our departure performance. Are they done deboarding? They are. So go to GSX. Reload SimBrief. Good. GSX. Request boarding. Good. Boarding is requested. We're going to reload the aircraft here, chat. Get it ready to go. Let's come down here. Let's go to our main page. Let's go to our takeoff performance. We're going to depart 26 right. 26 right. Good. All of that looks good. Sync that. Sync up our weights. Calculate. Flex 63, 46, 46, 48. 146. 146. 148, which we can't hit right now, but that's fine. And then everything else looks good. We can honestly keep these on because we have APU on, so those can all go on. 148 on you, and then initial climb out of the NASA 2 departure is 10,000 feet on the top altitude. So we'll bug up 10,000 feet. Now it looks like it's an RNAV departure, so it's going to be RNAV snuffy. We're going to bug up 275 because that's going to be runway heading. But it looks like it's radar vectors, or not radar vectors, sorry, RNAV direct snuffy. So flight plan, yeah, it goes intercept snuffy, so it is an RNAV departure. Okay, so that's good. Cool. And now we're just hanging out waiting for rest of the cargo to show up and board up. Better than narcotics. I find gummies work great for long-acting pain control, stretching, and instant relief. Yes, 100%. You may be onto something because I do notice when I get food, when I get a good workout in during the day, the high is what I'm looking for. Maybe it releases other chemicals. Could be, man. Yeah. But I really noticed it, especially when I started going on my diet, Rydog, and I started eating a lot healthier and a lot cleaner. A lot more like veggies and a lot less like carbs and gluten and stuff. And that's when I really started to notice a difference. I used to get, like you mentioned, you said it perfectly. That's why it kind of clicked in my brain. Like where like it almost is like you get that paranoid high where like you feel like you're too high, feel like you're, you know, like your heart's beating out of your chest and it's just not comfortable. I used to get that as well. Yeah, like I said, about, you know, 6 to 8 months ago when I started that diet is really when I noticed that things changed completely. It was like a whole different thing. What was for lunch? I had, right before stream actually, I was starving when I woke up, Matthew. Literally as I was about to go live, I was finishing a broccoli cheddar beef bowl. It was delicious, phenomenal. It was fresh broccoli with a little bit of low-fat cheddar cheese and some beef chunks. It was real good. Cap, quit my job and doing OnlyFans full-time now. More time to watch the streams. Sweet, man. Mr. Daniel Barry's here. Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Do you have the extra spring in your yoke? I don't, Samuel. No. No, I used it completely default. Broccoli cheddar, anything is money. It is so good, man. So good. You go for some Canes right now? Oh, we'll get some Canes in Vegas, sir. Don't you worry. Chick-fil-A, Canes, and In-N-Out are the top ones that need to be tried. I've already said I need to, and I only want to get one slider. I need to try White Castle. I'm 35 years old. I grew up on Harold and Kumar. Go to White Castle. I've never had White Castle. You can tell me till you're blue in the face how shitty of an experience it's going to be. That's fine. I need to experience and witness having White Castle for at least one time. That's it. I just want a slider. Just give me one slider. You know what I mean? There's one slider. It's gross. Hey, that's, yeah. Yeah. Nobody gets just one slider. I'm going to get one slider. Maybe two sliders just to, you know. Dude, White Castle, I could eat about 40 of those. Oh, I'm sure I could as well. And I'm sure if I was drunk and I lived in the US and had access to it when I was like in my partying days, you bet your bottom dollar there probably would have been about 40 of them to try. Yeah. White Castle, not what it used to be back in the 60s. I would also agree with you on that one, Smitty. Unfortunately, nothing is. McDonald's, White Castle, all those places that once used to serve decent food. It's all about money now, right? It's all about how much money they can make instead of that. I want to try Culver's. Yes. I want to try Culver's with their frozen custard. Man, fuck. That sounds so good, dude. Just stretch and go there. You'll be happy. 100%, man. Like I said, dude. Growing up on like Harold and Kumar, go to White Castle and like all the other movies that used White Castle and shit. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. I just want to say that I've tried it. And I want to get a picture of the big sign, the White Castle. It's open 24/7 on Fremont Street, which is insane. 24-hour-a-day White Castle. God damn. What do you think that place is like between 2 and 4 a.m.? We're gonna gain 20 pounds in Vegas. I usually plan for a good like 5 to 10 pounds is pretty accurate. I don't know, I feel like Vegas, out of all the years this year, I feel like Vegas is probably gonna have like the most like diversity of food. There's so much food, man. There's so much food. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be great. I'm excited. It is a good movie, Ride Dog. Yep, I agree, man. I've watched it before. Yep. Need to come out to the Maritimes and get some fish and chips. Oh, I mean, come on. I grew up down there, dude. I grew up in Moncton and Fredericton, and yeah, every summer I'd spend 3 weeks with my dad every summer down in the Maritimes. Halifax, PEI, Moncton, Fredericton. Yeah, I grew up there, man. I still have a ton of family out there. I just went out with my fiance, 2 years ago? 2 years ago we were there. We were in PEI and we stopped in Fredericton and saw some family and stuff. And yeah. Have to drive to Illinois, not likely, or Iowa to get to Culver's. Ooh, yeah. Lie, you grew up in Tweed. Tweed. Tweed's not far. It's not far from here. Is there no White Castle in Canada? No, not that I'm aware of. There might be one in like Toronto or Vancouver, but those would be the only places, to be honest with you. Those are the only places that get cool things. We're finally getting a Chick-fil-A though, chat. Like in my city, I'm gonna be able to go and get Chick-fil-A soon. Fuck, dude, that's dangerous. Now, it's gonna be about a 20 to 30 minute drive, so it's not like it's gonna be around the corner and easy to access. But I am getting a Chick-fil-A. Shit. How about Panera Bread? Panera Bread's in Canada. Yeah, I feel mediocre about them, my dog. They have some great things on the menus, but overall, I feel like it's just mediocre. The store-bought frozen sliders don't count as White Castle. Correct. We do have those, actually. You can get those at, like, the off-brand supermarkets here, AJ. Oh. Jesus' chicken is coming to you. It is, man. I'm so excited. Had Chick-fil-A last night. Unfortunately, it came out both ends. Uh-oh. Jesus Christ. Oh, man. It's worth a 20-minute drive? Yeah. Waffle House? We don't have Waffle House here, but I've definitely been to Waffle Houses, man. California, thank you for your business class support, my friend. Appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties. I'll let you know next time I make it out to the Maritimes. Love it, man. Love it. My favorite place. Love it, love it, love it. I've always said, and my fiance has always said that whenever we decide to sell the property and the farm and like retire, we're moving to the Maritimes, because that's the life I want, man. The lifestyle, the life, the people, everything about the Maritimes is just, yeah, so much better. So much better. So it'll happen. Eventually I will be a Maritimer. It'll definitely happen. Have you ever tried beans on toast? I have, yeah. I've had better. Let me just say that, Samuel. Not completely turned off by it, but I've had better. I mean, Waffle House slaps, dude. I personally don't think I've ever had a bad meal in a Waffle House. It's just consistent every time. You know you're getting a good meal. And it's that quick turn, you know what I mean? Is there a Waffle House in Vegas? Probably not. It's probably too many like IHOPs and Denis. I guess we go to Denis in Vegas. Did you get some proper Canadian poutine? Yeah, you do. You need to get it from the little truck on the side of the road, Rye Dog. Don't need to go to like a restaurant. You gotta literally get it from... There is a Waffle House in Vegas? Oh, shit. Well, we'd be going to Waffle House then. That's for sure. But yeah, that's where you got to go, Rye Dog. You got to get it from the dude on the side of the road that's got a little truck, and he soaks his own potatoes and he does everything. Oh man, the darker the potatoes, the darker the poutine, the better of an experience it's going to be. Like I'm trying to show. Let me see if I can show you poutine images. All right, look. See how there's like all kinds of different like poutines. See like how like some of them are lighter. This is the one that you want. When your poutine looks like this, when it's like got like, oh buddy, see how like these, it's all like nah. It needs to look like this. The darker the poutine, the more the fried, like this one right here, these two right here, like that darkness. Oh buddy, man, it's so good. Oh, this food talk's making me hungry. Oh, yes. Oh, real gravy. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. We're looking good. We're fully boarded up. Let's come down here. Let's go to our ground equipment. Let's go ahead and close our left main door. Good. I forgot to turn off the beacon light. That's my fault. Beacon light's going back on. Let's pretend it was on. It wasn't. Sorry. Everything else looks good upstairs. Let's go to GSX. We're going to prepare for pushback and departure. We've got our initial altitudes, 275 on the heading, 10,000 and 148. Everything is selected there. The only thing we need to do is our flex. Takeoff performance flex is going to be 63 once again. So 63 on the flex. So that's good. We've got that ready to go. Wonderful. Looking good. Let's reset our clock times here as well. So you can get reset. All right. And you can get reset. All right. Good. Scattered chunk, diced, peppered, and topped. Man. Darker the potato, the more sugar in them. Probably, Rye Dog, yeah. So what I've come to learn, Rye Dog, just stopping at so many of these stands, and like, I used to love, like, I used to be really, really into like cuisine and cooking and stuff. What I've gathered and what I've picked up is that some of them, if you want a true good, you know how they soak the potatoes? They'll soak them in like a brown sugar water bath. That's, man, because you just get like the slightest little sweetness from the potato when it's almost like caramelized like that, right? I think you're definitely right. That's why it browns like that. There's more sugar, more starch maybe or something. But oh dude, the brown sugar bath, and I'm not talking like a ton of brown sugar just like drenching the potato. It's like super slightly, man, and you can always tell when you go to the proper place who makes and soaks their own fries and does stuff like that. Oh baby. Oh baby. We're going tail left. They're going to be ready to go here in a sec. Actually, I think they're ready to go. Just want to make sure nobody's around and not going to push into anybody. Okay, park brake off. I stand corrected. No Waffle House in Vegas. Google and my bad eyes failed me. Somebody, Mark was saying there's Black Bear something. Mark was saying, I think, for places. Block time is on. Let's go upstairs. APU bleed system is on. We'll go engine start system A, and we'll go ahead and fire up engine numero 2. And 1% on the rise, and 2 on the rise. Sounds coming up. Beautiful. Hash House, yeah, Hash House a go-go. We're definitely going there. Definitely going there. I mean, it's right. We'll probably go there Saturday morning right before the expo, Flyboy. I mean, it's perfect. Get out of your hotel room, walk down the stairs, restaurant's right there, and then the expo's around the corner. Doesn't get any better than that.
United 457 to
Saturday morning, perfect. They have them in San Diego and they're amazing. Okay, that's good news. I'm glad you've tried it. Did anyone else have a little weird update to the sim this morning? You know, the sounds sound a little bit lower than normal. I had an update, but I haven't noticed anything with the sounds. Best Waffle House has an old lady smoking a cigarette to take your order. Recently released ex-con cooking. You're not wrong.
78 Atlanta Center.
Yeah, that's
you gotta check out the sphere. Nice. Very cool.
Delta 1878, the Atlanta airport is your 12 o'clock and 15 miles. Report the airport in sight.
Black Bear Diner. Okay, Skywalker's also confirming the Black Bear Diner. Alright, that may be a possibility as well. Definitely up for that one.
Walker 2004, Atlanta Center, runway 26 left, taxi via Echo. 26 left via Echo, Walker 2004.
Engine start number 1. And 2% on the rise.
Delta 2755, thank you. Hold short of runway 26 left at Bravo 6.
What is auto cruise on the 737? I don't know.
Set parking brake.
Park brake set. Looking for 25% before we introduce fuel. There it comes. We'll introduce fuel number 1. Black Bear Diner is a West Coast chain. I used to eat there when I lived in Sacramento. Alright. I like me a good like breakfast / brunch. I'm more of like a breakfast brunch dinner type of guy. I like to eat like not right when I wake up, but an hour or two after I wake up, and then I like to eat like later on in the evening, maybe like a snack or two during the day. That's usually I think how we're probably gonna go. We have California, yeah. We haven't flown in at nighttime though in a while. We'll try and do a nighttime flight before the expo.
Fedex 249, Atlanta Center, welcome.
Right is clear.
Waffle House is all about the entertainment? It is, I would agree. The Waffle House in Houston when we were there, it was all about watching the people come for pickup. That's where it was, dude. The pickup line was just insane, and like all the people coming in, cars, and all the characters that you see coming in. Yeah.
UPS 8401.
Black Bear's pot roast? Interesting.
14,000, the Atlanta altimeter 3013.
Okay. Trim value down 0.2. That is 0. 0.2 should be good right about there. Good. Upstairs, flip this over to Gen 2. Good. Go EPU bleed system off. EPU off. Engine start continuous relight. Good. New squawk code for us today. 603 was
Delta 1878, we have airport in sight.
Delta 1878.
7232.
Clear visual approach, runway 27 left, clear to land, runway 27 left.
Copy, clear to land, runway 27 left. Delta 1878.
Alright. Trim sounds like wee. Cool. Everything looks good there. I'm happy with all of that. Flaps are set, trims are set, flex is set. We'll go auto brake RTO. We'll arm the ground spoilers. Don't forget, it is an Airbus. You do have to arm the ground spoilers. And we're going to go into nav track and profile mode. Beautiful. Cool. Center FedEx 603 ready taxi. You can take 26 right for departure if that's good.
FedEx 603, runway 26 left, taxi to Alpha, hold short, runway 26 right.
26 left, Fat Alpha, we'll hold short, 26 right. It's FedEx 603. All right, I guess he wants us on. I guess he wants us on the left side. So we'll go ahead and plan that here. We'll go to our flight plan. Atlanta, standard instrument departures. We're going to plan 26 left, and then we have to redo everything here. It is going to be on the NASA 2, and we're going with the Shook transition, and we'll insert that. We will probably have to take a look at our departure. Don't think anything changes. We'll take a look at 26 left. We'll resync. We'll calculate 63, 56, 56, 60. Interesting. I'm not quite sure why V speeds change so drastically between the two. 160. Is that slots and flaps 15? Yeah. Interesting. And then 63 on the... Okay. Weird. There you go. Just ask. Well, that's what I did, Mike. I did ask for it. It's the first thing I said. Yeah, it all has to do with the runway length, but I'm just wondering why like the V speeds changed so much. That added 12 knots onto our V speed, which is a little bit different. Why do you think? What do you think is the best airport scenery in Europe? There's so many good ones, man. There's so many good ones. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, you've got Pyrig, Edinburgh. You've got Pyrig. You've got some of Pyrig stuff. You've got Fly Tampa with Amsterdam and Copenhagen. Man. I don't know. Skiathos is great as well. I mean, there's so many. There's so many. So.
Left heading 300.
All right, we're leaving the ramp area. Got our taxi light on. Good.
Delta 2827. Fly heading 300 for traffic.
When is the next conference and where? Flight Sim Expo, June 23rd, 24th, Las Vegas.
2827, descend and maintain 8,000.
Make sure you're taking turns a little bit wider in this thing. It's a big airplane.
Delta 5977, roger, runway 26 left, taxi via Echo.
26 left via Echo, that's 5977.
Alright, Alpha, and we're holding short.
55, are you entering the ramp at your 12 o'clock?
I don't know if anybody's on fire.
It's on field traffic behind me at 12 o'clock.
Okay, Delta 5592, exit the ramp, turn right on Foxtrot, you can join Echo to runway 26 left.
Right on Foxtrot, and then 426 right, then 26 left for that, that's standard.
Delta 1878, cross runway 27 right at Tango, taxi to Park via Lima.
Copy.
Can you fly direct to Vegas from Ottawa or are you hopping to Toronto? Yeah, Toronto. I'm flying Porter though, California. I'm flying Porter on their brand new E195 E2s. So, Porter for me. And excited about that. Flying in Porter Reserve as well, which is their business class offering. So, yeah, it'll be nice.
FedEx 603, cross runway 26 right, hold short of runway 26 left at Bravo.
Cross 26 right, hold short, 26 left at Bravo, FedEx 603.
Delta 5592, make your next right turn, and that way the Mad Dog in front of you can get out of the way. Should be a right turn there, Delta 5592, right
Crossing
turn.
the runways now.
Right turn.
Hopefully Porter got their VNAV package. Nice.
Delta 5592,
Yeah, I hope so too, man.
You can
Hope so
follow
too.
company Airbus that's on Echo to runway 26 left.
We will follow company on Echo.
No, it's
Airbus 320
both flights are on the E2,
Delta
California.
432, you can expect
So
a visual
Ottawa to
approach runway 26
Toronto
right.
on the new Embraer, and then Toronto to Vegas. That's the that is the plan.
Delta 432, descend and maintain 5,000.
Delta 5000, Delta 432.
Delta 2827, you can expect the visual approach runway 27 left.
Such a baby. I'm also going to say, Cap, I had a barbecue this last weekend, and I wore the Flite shirt to it. People thought it was pretty cool. Nice, very cool, man.
Delta
Absolutely awesome.
2827, flight heading.
Jay Stevens, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Just swinging by for a few. Gotta lay down shortly. No worries, man. Good to see you, dude. We need cockpit photos. I will do my best to get some cockpit photos, yes.
Delta 2827, descend maintain 6,000, flight heading 340.
I will do my best. They're too big for Billy? Yeah, no jets.
Southwest 276, you can
No
expect the visual
jets
approach
in a
runway
Billy.
26 right.
However, like your channel, I've been thinking about upgrading from my Logitech Extreme 3D Pro yoke that I've had for a long time to a Thrustmaster Boeing yoke with throttle and rudder pedals. You will not regret it, my friend. They are absolutely fantastic products.
Alright, for all the folks on the ground in Atlanta, it's real busy right now, I will call you.
You will definitely not regret it. Gene, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well.
Walker 2004,
Hope life is good,
Center, radar contact, climb maintain 10.
What have you missed?
Shortly.
Well, we still don't have airplanes.
Atlanta Center FedEx 249. Do you want me to start descending through the route?
FedEx 249 cross chipper at 13,000, the Atlanta altimeter is 3013.
13,000 the chipper, FedEx 249.
E2 is a sexy plane. I'm excited to jump on it, man. I haven't been on an Embraer in a very long time. Last Embraer I was on was...
Stand by.
Man. Just partnered out of EHAM, very busy with frame gen, 55 to 65 FPS with an RTX 3070. Nice, very cool, man. Very cool. Nice flight, man. Saw a meme the other day. Dude woke up from a 7-year coma and asked if the fly-by-wire 380 was out and sold him no. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Alpha Bravo 269er, confirm your first RNAV waypoint Snuffy.
Alpha Bravo 269, confirm first waypoint Snuffy.
Thank you. United 1798, contact Indianapolis Center 119.55.
1955, United 1798.
ExecJet 245, you can expect a visual approach, runway 36 right.
ExecJet 240.
Did you get a departure yet? Okay, you did. Going to rant about these planes not releasing, but I'll choose not to. It just doesn't go anywhere, man. Like I said, dude.
182, runway 26 left, taxi via Echo.
If we're truly getting like that upset, like I think maybe, like I said, stop following like what's going on with these developers. Get off the forums. Stop, like, you know, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. I get it. I think it's okay to be excited. It's okay to want these aircraft to come out, but I think you just have to be realistic. You know? Got to be a little bit realistic, and just, if something's upsetting you that much, just, yeah, stop following it altogether and just think about how much better it'll be when you finally get a release date, right? Jay, my man, gifted a membership to the channel. Huge no floaties to you, dude. Thank you very, very much for support. Incredibly kind. And Jay gifting another member to the channel. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, buddy. Guys, let's get some love and chat for Jay gifting 2 members to the channel. And again, if you did get a gifted membership, please make sure you say thank you. Boeing TCA Yoke, worth it? If not, what is a better yoke? It is, in my opinion, PAX, the best yoke on the market for the price. It just doesn't get any better. Price to performance and price to what you get, This thing is absolutely incredible. I don't think I've ever met anybody that has bought this yoke and not been extremely pleased with it. It's an incredible product. Absolutely love it. I don't think I could go back to using any other yoke. The pendular motion and the feel of the yoke, more importantly the feel of like back pressure and turning it left and right is just, it's unmatched, man. It's unmatched. Yeah. Good option when your alpha dies? Absolutely, Gene. Absolutely, man. Yeah.
Cross Glavin at 14,000, Atlanta altimeter 3013.
Center Endeavor 5049, radio taxi.
Charlie Golf Oscar Mike Alpha Cross Glavin.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that flight at all. I want to ask you which gaming console or PC gaming laptop you on. A T, if you can put exclamation point specs in chat, man. I have a custom built computer. Like I just ordered all the parts and then got it put together. I use the Airbus stick as a tiller. Nothing wrong with that. I've thought about doing that before. I need that yoke just in case my birthday is March 3rd, everyone. Just saying. Hey man, if you're going to be at Flight Sim Expo, the top 3 winners of the landing challenge get their choice of a Thrustmaster Boeing Yoke or an Airbus setup.
10,000.
Looking forward to flying with the yoke. It'll be very different than a joystick. Absolutely screen time. Yeah, it is. And it's awesome. It's a great feeling, especially if you can have both, like best of both worlds is how I like to say it. Remember guys, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to smash down that like. Looking for 250 likes today. Hopefully we can reach that goal. We are live again tonight. Don't forget that. We're going to be flying from Memphis to Toronto, Fedex E300, to round out our day flying the E300. And then on Saturday, we're flying San Francisco to Honolulu, which I think is like a 5 or 6 hour flight, I think. I don't know. But that's the plan for Saturday in the Horizon 787. So you'll want to stick around for that, chat. It's on a whole different level of flight simming once you get a real yoke and rudder pedals and throttles. There you go. Memphis to Toronto is a W Rouge. We're flying the E300.
5977, RNAV, Snuffy, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
RNAV, Snuffy, clear for takeoff, 26 left, Delta 5977.
For wind 1623, back.
The highway right there.
The people that are calling on the ground in Atlanta, I need you to stand by. We're real busy right now. I'll get back to you.
It's busy, man.
Exit at 245, descend and maintain 4,000. Fly heading 090, vector for your approach.
We got a Delta waiting to depart. We got a Southwest 73 rolling up as well.
United 2343, descend and maintain 5,000. Charlotte altimeter.
Where's Will? He was in here earlier. He said he was on vacation. He's been in Costa Rica for the last couple weeks. What a lucky guy. Computer keeps turning off in the middle of a flight. Any ideas why? Check your temperatures, man.
Endeavor 5049, taxis in north end of the ramp.
If your PC's turning off, it's most likely due with temperatures.
Alright, copy that, 5049.
FedEx 603 Heavy, runway 26 left, line up and wait.
26 left, line up and wait, FedEx 603 Heavy.
Delta 2087, descend and maintain 3,000.
Landing lights, nose lights, strobe lights, swing lights.
Delta 2827, we got the
All set up.
Delta 2827, thank you, clear visual approach, runway 27
Will's got that, he's got that YouTube short money. That's right. Spending it on trips to Costa Rica and Flight Sim Expo. Buying $5,000 cameras for plane spotting. Fuck, must be nice, man.
Left 20 report, airport inside, down to 3,000, Delta 432.
Delta 82, welcome back. Contact Indianapolis Center 119.55.
1965,
Will is rich. Well, he has a normal job, right? He's got a
Delta 20,
he's whatchamacallit, CPA?
Delta 432 flying 270, the Atlanta airports are 12 o'clock and 12 miles.
Beauty. Nice lineup right there, chat. Professional.
UPS 8401, descend and maintain 4,000.
I'm kidding, I like picking on him about it. Okay. Well, I'm going to tell him he's rich now every time I see him.
Clear visual approach runway 26 right.
Every time I see him, I'm going to say, hey, Will, I heard Bombtech said you're rich. Is that true? Every time I see him, I'm going to do it now.
Delta
18 minutes
5977,
since we pushed back.
radar contact.
We all know Cap is naked from the waist down. Food for thought.
Thank you.
Mama Gator, my man. Huge enough floaties to you, dude. Thank you for gifting to the membership as well. Appreciate you. That's incredibly kind. Caleb, if you're around, please make sure you say thank you.
245, I'm sorry for the
Incredibly
late
kind,
turn.
man.
Turn left heading 360, descend and maintain 3000, report the field in sight.
Vid say I want to build an actual panel using yoke. I'm in the throttle and the pedals, but also include a SciTech instruments and autopilot instruments as well. Sure. Yeah. Just keep in mind though, there are better products now than like SciTech and stuff like that. I don't even think SciTech exists anymore. I think it's all just Logitech.
FedEx 603 RNF Snuffy, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
RNF Snuffy, 26 left, cleared for takeoff. FedEx 603 heavy. All right, friends. The time is now. Yoke is on. Yoke cam's on. I want to thank Thrustmaster for sponsoring today's live stream. If you're interested in any of the peripherals that you see above, please don't hesitate to click the link. And as well, if you are buying anything directly from Thrustmaster, use my code CaptainCanada to help support the channel. Throttle's up to 40%. We're looking good. Chrono's on. Let's go flying, friends. Toga. It's like nose down pressure on the yoke. Sheesh. Let's go flying. Nav mode is selected, so is profile, so is auto throttle. Airspeed's alive. 100 knots, we're neutral. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
Southwest 276, descend and maintain 5,000.
Oh, nav on my flight director. Yes, thank you. It still goes nav even when you have it in ILS mode. The ILS mode still just gives you those down here, but you are correct. Yes. There's the RNAV direct Snuffy. Let's go flap protraction.
EPS 8401, turn right 250, report the airport in sight.
And we'll go slat retraction.
Delta 2827, welcome to Atlanta. Cross runway 27 right at Tango, taxi to Park View Lima.
Yeah, we're heavy.
603, radar contact, climb maintain, flight level 340, stay altitude.
Climb maintain 340, we're currently passing through 4,900. 340 for us. Profile mode. Beauty.
Delta 432.
Can Thrustmaster give us old abandoned honeycomb users a discount on new gear? I wish, man. I wish, dude. I don't know what's going on with honeycomb, but I wish. Nose lights off. Runway turn-offs are off. Turn that down here just a little bit. Wing lights are off. Good. Climbing.
182, RNF Snuffy.
Not as bumpy out of here as it was out of Memphis earlier. Much smoother on the departure. Not as bumpy. I love hand flying this thing, dude.
FedEx 249, you can expect a visual approach from my 26 right.
It's one of those like hand flying planes with a yoke that just feels incredible.
FedEx 249,
absolutely incredible.
Visual 26 right.
Expect visual for runway 26 right, FedEx 249.
EPS 8401, clear visual approach from my 26 right.
All right, there's 10,000 feet. We'll bring the nose over. We'll get up to our climb speed. Landing lights coming off. And we'll get engine ignition switch off as well. You gotta buy this plane? Oh, dude, for the cargo ops alone, man.
616,
Being able to do some badass cargo ops, so much fun.
Affirmative, American 616, runway 36 center, taxi to Echo Cross, runway 5.
Cap, how do you disable the cabin in the PMDG? I don't think you can.
Charlie, Golf, Oscar, Mike Alpha, you can expect a visual approach, runway 26 right.
26 right, look for Mike Alpha.
Delta 432, cross runway 26 left.
Honeycomb should sell the patent for the Bravo throttle to Thrustmaster. I don't know what they're going to do, man, to be honest with you, dude. Plane's not even expensive. No, it's like 35 bucks. I think it's like 35, 40 USD. It's absolutely incredible.
Heading 180.
1141 ready for taxi.
Like, you think about what you get for the price, do you know what I mean? It's absolutely incredible.
Delta 182, sorry about that. 5,000 comes to 10,000.
Exit at 245, runway 36 right, clear to land. United 2343, flight heading 090.
Watch out, hand flown to 13,000 feet. I'm going to engage autopilot. I'll bring you guys back up into the flight deck. Beautiful. Very nicely done. I told you, hand flying this thing is it's an absolute blast. I wanted to hand fly it till that last turn before we kind of straighten itself out. A lot of fun, man. A lot of fun flying this bird. We are on nav track, profile, auto throttle's armed. We got 34,000 feet set and checked. Looking good. Looking good. I'm not sure they even own it anymore. Sounds like they lost a bunch of rights to stuff. Yeah, well, it sounds like the investor... It sounds like what happened, Gene, was... Sounds like there was an investor, and it sounds like there was Nikki, who I still firmly was the one who came up with the general like idea of stuff like that. But it sounds like there was an investor involved, and maybe some money wasn't paid back, or something wasn't handled correctly. And
Southwest 182, Roger.
Yeah.
Maintain 10,000.
What do you set the CG at? Where? What or where, Vaughn? You set it through here in the aircraft weight and balance. I always use custom sim brief, custom cargo, or you can just take. They have a bunch of like templates. They got a racing team charter. They've got auto parts, aero parts. Sorry, they've got horse stable transports. They've got humanitarian charters, postal freight. Custom cargo, so you can put whatever the hell you want. So there's a bunch of things that you can do. If you're asking where I get mine, that's where I get mine.
UPS 8401, runway 26 right, clear to land.
Southwest
276, confirm you have the airport in sight.
Yavuz, 33 months. Appreciate you, my man. Huge enough floaties. Thank you very, very much for supporting the streams. That's incredibly kind. Truly do appreciate you, man. 33 months. Incredible. Thanks, buddy. You haven't changed. Still humble and relaxed, sir. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. 18,000 feet standard barometric pressure. Across the board. Standard, standard, standard. Good.
FedEx 249, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000, correction, FedEx 249.
Good.
Charlie, Oscar,
just got Navigraph subscription. It's a game changer. Absolutely, Max. Yes, for sure. Something happened with Honeycomb. Don't keep up with the times. Yeah, it's yeah. They're. I don't know what's going to happen to Honeycomb. To be honest with you, man, I really, really, really don't know what's going to happen to them.
Center, good evening, Southwest 113. That's flight level 350.
FedEx 250, descend and maintain 12,000.
I mean, correct, JJ. I could have told you that if you would have asked me. I would have told you don't buy it. If you're on PC, there's absolutely zero reason to own the Bravo 787. It's unless you're buying airplanes for the purpose of having a cabin. I don't know too many people that get excited about an aircraft cabin, but yep, I guess to each their own, right? To each their own. But yeah, if you have access to the Kuro mod, or if you have access to the Horizon mod, the 787, I personally don't see the need to have the that 787 was XP was all excited about the cabin. I mean, like I said, dude, everybody's going to have their own things that they get. If having a cabin in an animated cabin in your animated airplane gets you excited, then so be it, man. I guess you get excited.
United 2343, you're saying you have your
I don't know too many other people who would buy an airplane based off having a cabin.
2343, thank you. Clear visual approach runway 36 center, clear to land runway 36 center.
That's interesting. But hold on, wasn't XP like an old flight attendant or something? He used to be a flight attendant, right? So maybe it's got some type of like nostalgia or something for him. That could kind of make a little bit more sense than maybe just the average user, right? Like for me or for you or something like that, right? So maybe that's why. Maybe it gives him some like nostalgia. It's something to remind him something of that. There's no stream tomorrow. Next stream will be on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Saturday we are going from San Francisco to Honolulu, and then on Sunday we are going from I think we're going to do Toronto to Vancouver in Air Canada 787. So it's going to be a very busy medium long haul. I think they're about 5 hours each day. So
Alpha Bravo 269 or sorry, climb maintain flight level 430.
Alpha Bravo 269 maintain please 40.
Charlie Golf Oscar,
I think that's
Mike
what it's going to
Alpha,
be.
Maintain 5,000.
Hey, Thrustmaster's in chat. Good to see you guys. Maybe John.
Fedex 250.
We have to stream with us tomorrow. That's right. There is a live stream tomorrow, but it's on the Thrustmaster Twitch channel. Yes, correct. And I'll be obviously posting a link to that in my Discord for tomorrow chat. So if you are interested, I think we're continuing on our lessons with John. I think we're going to start kind of getting into some of the nitty-gritty. Some of the nitty-gritty lessons. I think we may run through some older of the lessons, some of the harder ones, and maybe get them into some of the landing challenges and scenarios and stuff like that as well. So that'll be awesome. John, good to see you, man. Yeah, tomorrow will be great. Looking forward to that. Continuing on your flight lessons. Maybe eventually one day we'll get you up on one of these bad boys. Having issues with ILS at some airports, it locks on a plane and turns off course. Interesting. We're diving into the harder lessons and going into the island. Nice. There we go. Cool. That'll be fun. Would you like to have the instruments and other equipment in front of you? What do you mean as far as that?
457, turn left heading 280.
Waiting on the Airbus side stick for the new base, yes, the EVA base, the EVA base, which I believe they're going to have in Vegas for the Expo, guys. So if you're interested in seeing the new EVA base from Thrustmaster, it will be available, I believe, to have a look at and kind of play around with in Vegas. So that's going to be really cool. Kind of like the new base moving forward, the new standard.
Sorry about that, Fedex 250.
Endeavor 5049, your radar contact, climb maintain flight level 360.
Reed, we're going to operate Hawaiian because they just got their first 787-900. So we're going to do Hawaiian ops from San Francisco to Honolulu. Yeah, busy weekend here coming up. Busy weekend.
616.
Definitely snagging the whole setup when it drops. Yeah, it's going to be cool. Yeah. Tomorrow on Twitch, Cowboy continuing lessons with me. I'll be looking to earn my digital wings. Exactly. Going to be awesome. Absolutely awesome. What I mean by that is where you have everything in front of you and point, you don't really have to use the mouse. I mean, in a perfect world, screen time, yeah, for sure. But I mean, think about how difficult that is. Think about all the different airplanes and stuff that we fly, right? It's, yeah. It would be difficult to have like an Airbus panel, a Boeing panel, and, you know, all the other panels eventually of all the airplanes and stuff.
FedEx 249, turn right heading 280, report the airport in sight.
Airfield is in sight and 280, FedEx 249.
FedEx 249, clear visual approach runway 26 right.
Clear visual approach runway 26 right.
All right, we are 5,000 feet from top of descent, and don't think we're cruising for all that long, to be honest with you. About 80 miles on a cruiser, maybe a little bit over 80 miles on a cruise for us. And I think the winds are still gusting into Memphis.
Runway 27 left to report the airport in sight.
ATIS, nothing on VATSIM. Real world, they are landing and departing 18 center and 18 right. Winds are 150, 10 gusting 18. So, yeah. Still a little bit of a quartering gust. Should be fun.
Coming back to the
Should be
north,
fun for sure. I struggle keeping my peripherals updated and set up. Really?
A from continue turning towards the north.
I can see like getting them all set up. Oh well, because of all the stuff that you have. Yeah, maybe.
Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Gene, take care, man. Hopefully I'll see you soon, dude. Have a great Sunday.
Good day.
We are flying into Toronto later, Gene, if you want to stop by our Thursday evening stream. Cap, did you pick up the new Santorini from 29 Palms? I don't know much about them. I have not. No. I'll have to take a look and see if that's worth it. 29 Palms. They haven't... I remember them having scenery in X-Plane. I don't know if I have any of their Microsoft scenery. Weather looks great for Toronto tonight? Yes. Should be very nice. Should be very nice. Seems like a Cessna panel would be a good place to start, especially for something like that. Could be. Yeah. 29 Palms.
FedEx 1495.
Charlie Golf Oscar Mike Alpha.
A few little clouds over there on the left side of the aircraft. Because all the stuff that I've got in the setup, I think I sent you a pic the other day. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you got a ton of stuff, man. You got like radio things and throttles and MCPs and... Yeah. That's a lot, dude. Recap, what's the plan for tonight? We're going to continue in the A300. We're going to do Memphis to Toronto. Memphis to Toronto, FedEx A300, man. We're only spending 1 day flying the A300. You know what? We may do A300 today. We're definitely doing the 787 Saturday and Sunday. And then... maybe we'll jump back in the A300 on Monday to do some like UPS ops or something like that. We're also going to take the Pratt & Whitney engines out tonight.
Delta 1150 heavy, short of Lima 4, ready for taxi runway 27 right.
Delta 1150 heavy, Atlanta Center runway 27 right, taxi via Lima.
Iceland Air 75, that'll be great.
Delta 1150.
Did you say 787? I did, yeah, this weekend. Saturday and Sunday, we're dusting off the Horizon mod. Horizon 787. Do you have a sound pack that you use for 787? I do, the FT Sim sound pack. Speaking of 787s, what are your thoughts on a BA? On the BA, which one's that? Is that the new one that came out, Unrealistically Stupid? Just, I don't know. Don't waste your money. It's basically for Xbox. It's basically the Kuro mod or the Horizon mod. There's no difference. It's essentially the Kuro mod. It's essentially the Horizon mod. It's mainly for Xbox. You feel all right? I do. I feel a little bit spicy. Yeah.
Who had the airport in sight?
Nah, I don't know, dude. Just want a little bit of change, a little bit of something different. You know, it's been a while since we've done any like medium hauls or something like that. So.
Runway 26 right, clear to land number 2, Northern 26 right.
Clear for the approach, number 2, Golf of Coming Alpha, 26 right.
Did you listen to the new Future album?
41 ready to go at runway 27 right.
All right, Delta 11.
Horizon mode is okay, but the flight model is...
Turn that back on, please.
Yeah, it's still a custom flight model. It's still a... You know, they've tweaked it, same as the other one, so... Like the 7.8, I'm in for it. There you go.
Still off, squawking the wrong code.
Uh-oh. Let's bump up our cost index to like 35. Give us slightly better cruise performance.
FedEx 1495, cross Glavin at 14,000, Atlanta altimeter 3013.
You can see here we're getting currently hit with about a 48 knot quartering headwind. You can see top of descent in about 100 miles.
127.
Looking good.
127, roger.
Looking good. We got the cockpit has wear and tear. No, thank you. Would you ever do a real-time red-eye flight on flight? On flight sim? Probably not. If I don't have to fly... I mean, overnight we may do something, yeah. When, like, the PMDD 777 comes out, there's a lot of people that want to see, like, you know, 10, 11-hour flights and stuff like that. We might end up doing something overnight, but, yeah. Do real-time tonight? We could do real-time. It would... we'd be departing right at about sunset. We could do that. Would be an evening arrival into Toronto.
Runway 27 left, clear to land.
I was watching one of your old X-Plane streams. You had a fuel emergency in the 777? Yes. Out of Phoenix, and we were on pilot edge.
2711 Atlanta Center.
I do remember that.
Spirit Wings 1305, radar contact 40 miles south.
Flight number was, for the A300, file...
American 616, Jacksonville Center's offline, radar service terminated,
cool.
exchange approved.
I was to Jacksonville, so that's not us.
127 approved as requested.
Evening arrivals in New York City and Microsoft never gets old. It is beautiful. Yeah, I agree.
Exit right, Fedex 239.
Ground Delta 61.
These are the GE engines. We'll be using the Pratt & Whitneys this evening.
Center, runway 27 right, taxi via Lima.
Pratt & Whitney engines
right
this
via
evening.
Lima, Delta 61.
I think we don't have any fuel
Delta
anymore. Hey, man.
Your transponder's still off on the wrong code.
Never know.
You need to put that on the right code, please.
Enjoyed my time yesterday overall. Nice. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. Because that's all that matters, is if you enjoyed it and you had fun.
Answer, that's 1150 Heavy. You calling us?
Delta 1141, the code is 2504.
First time I saw a DHL 767 at Luton. Nice. Kept stop for being such and take the Bravo for a spin. No, thank you.
Answer, Delta 1150 Heavy.
For the Boeing 777, I would do LAX to Heathrow or to Sydney. That'd be a long one.
It's not Delta 1150, I'm sorry. It's
Yeah, thoughts about
Sorry
P3D? I'm
that.
considering it, but I'm also interested in hearing your thoughts about it.
Delta 1141.
I have a hard time getting invested in P3D in
Alpha
2024.
Bravo 269er, Memphis Center is
I
offline,
just,
radar service terminated.
I just don't
exchange
think
approved.
there's much happening for that sim. Basically, what you're seeing right now is what you get, and I just think that over the next year or two, that Microsoft is basically just going to become like P3D V2 with the add-ons. Do you know what I mean? All the PMDGs and FS Labs and, you know, Majestics and all the major developers that have, you know, top-notch products for P3D are all going to have products over in Microsoft, and I just feel that this platform is just obviously newer and probably more updated. I just have a hard time. I have a hard time with P3D in 2024, man.
FedEx 249, ready for taxi.
You have to spend, you know, very similar to X-Plane. If you want like that third-party experience, it's gonna cost so much money, man. So much money.
Golf, Oscar Mike Alpha, exit right, taxi to
I missed a call. I thought I did. Yeah.
Exit right and taxi Alpha Golf.
Do you think you would check out 12.1 for the good old Dash 8? It's definitely up there, Captain AB. I don't have any more ortho though, dude.
I've got a lot of aircraft behind
That's
me. What's going on?
That's the big problem, man. Is I don't have ortho, and I feel like if I start
Delta 1141, I'm talking to, not Delta 1150.
feel if I start flying X-Plane without ortho, I'm just going to get more slack than not. I just don't have time and effort to do like ortho for XP, and like I've heard weird things about auto ortho and how it works, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. Again, like I just don't. I find it very difficult for me to like get V-State still exist? I don't think so. I don't think they're up on the servers anymore. I think he's removed them from his servers.
Start lining up, or you want to hold shortly, Bravo?
Land Center FedEx 603. Do we miss handoff?
Delta 1150 RNF SWA, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff.
RNF SWA, runway 27 right, Lima Bravo, clear for takeoff, Delta 150.
Who's calling about the handoff?
It was FedEx 603.
FedEx 603, Memphis is offline, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Unicom, thanks for ATC, man. Great job. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, see you.
All right. Auto ortho is simple and easy, no space. They've fixed a lot. Okay, so it's something that I can look into. Like I said, I've always been told by fellow X-Plane enthusiasts that auto ortho just it wasn't worth it. One of the main ones was Q8 Pilot, who I trust very much when it comes to like my X-Plane stuff. He said that auto ortho just wasn't worth it. It caused a lot of internet issues and real like big download spikes which cause like stream issues, and visually well, I don't know, but again, like you've said, maybe a lot has changed. I don't know. Maybe it's something that I can look into and something that needs to be done. Don't you need to run a program before like launching the sim that runs like in correlation with the program? That's another thing that I would be concerned about, is just how temperamental X-Plane is with anything like that. Yeah. Personally, I'm set for 2020 and 2024, and X-Plane still crashes like crazy. I've yet to crash in 2020. I mean, 2020 is an extremely stable simulator, unless you're doing something or you have hard drive or, you know, device issues or something like that. I would agree that it's a very stable simulator for me. How do you configure your camera views? If you're not quite sure, there's tons of tutorials out there, Christian. Just Google or YouTube custom wing views Microsoft Flight Simulator. It'll kind of show you that. Auto Ortho is still missing, skipping a lot of tiles, especially over Europe. Okay. But in X-Plane, you get to order the INI file, which is fun. Yeah, I mean, again, another reason, like I said, dude, I just don't have the time or patience to like go through all that stuff nowadays. I just don't care. Like, it's just not, you know, it used to be a rewarding experience for me. I've kind of lost that whole feeling towards X-Plane. I'm not trying to, just giving you my opinion, how I feel about it. Need a computer science degree to install X-Plane add-ons? Sometimes. It depends. Sometimes they can be a little bit of a pain in the ass, but yeah. You get a stop rudder input? Absolutely.
Stop rudder input. Stop rudder input.
Absolutely you can. So it was pretty much retired on Xbox after Sim Update 15. If you want to enjoy add-ons, PC is the way to go. Yeah, and honestly though, Baker, like I feel like that was kind of always the plan. I feel like the Xbox version, like if it's hard to take flight simming seriously when you're on Xbox and you don't have access to like, you know, online voice networks like, you know, VATSIM, Pilot Edge, you know, IVAO, some of the other ones, even like Beyond ATC and stuff like that. I've always, I feel like this is more of like an arcade experience when it comes to like the Xbox side of things, and like a lot of like the, you know, like the, you know, the Dune expansion packs, or like the Top Gun expansion packs, and some of the expansion packs that they've done have been like very much specifically been for like console and stuff like that. I feel like they've done a pretty good job with kind of balancing the sim as far as like offering like a realistic, for those that want the realistic experience of like flying a Phoenix A320 or an AnyBuilds A300 or a PMDG 737. They've offered like quite a specific side as well for like the more hardcore simmer, if you will, right? But yeah, I think I'm excited for 2024 and how they're going to do it and what they're going to do and what it's going to bring to the sim, and more importantly, I'm excited about the aircraft that are in development for the sim that we are, you know, probably expecting within the next like, you know, 6 to 12 months, I think is, yeah. Gap, have the ground physics been improved with Sim Update 15? They have, but it's up to the aircraft developers to take advantage of them, Felix. But yes, if you really want to feel what it's like, go fly the AnyBuilds A320 Neo with like a 15 knot crosswind. No longer are you like, you know, full rudder and yeah. Without add-ons though, the base game in Microsoft is pretty bare bones, and I'm not really real. Well, it's real, John. It's just like you said. It's a bare bones environment, right? There's not, you know, it's always been the way. Like for anybody that's been involved in flight simulation for like a decade or more, you'll know that third-party add-ons are what make simulators. It's no different between FSX, X-Plane, P3D, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Without third-party airplanes and content and scenery and utilities, these simulators are not really much, right? Like at its core, X-Plane without any of the third-party add-ons is very lackluster. So is Microsoft Flight Simulator. So is FSX. So is P3D, right? They're all kind of like that. Third-party add-ons is what brings these simulators to a whole new level. That's kind of what I was getting at when it comes to like the Xbox to PC side of things. Is like, I feel like the Xbox version is a much more watered down kind of like arcadey experience of like, here's a bunch of like missions with like Dune and you know, the fighter jet package and all the like Top Gun stuff. Here's that to do, because like we feel again that it's more of like an arcadey experience on Xbox because you don't have access to, you know, some of these other things. But the PMDGs on Xbox, you know, I would argue probably the thing with the Xbox would be performance and other stuff like that, right? But by the way, adding 3 to 4 knots to the VAP and the A320 helps a lot with the added plane dropping when flaring, maybe for when they update the plane. Okay, got you, Litos. Yeah, I always thought about that as well. Blue Games is flying the Flight Factor 777. Just said, I hope PMDG will match this level of detail at least. I mean, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that, dude, to be honest with you. Like I said, man, I think for the X-Plane community, it's been a lot of, and I truly mean this, and I mean this as somebody that was involved very heavily in the X-Plane world. I think what's going on, and I think why a lot of the reactions, why you're getting things from these X-Plane users is, I think for the longest time they've kind of had to sit in the background and like not really be excited about a whole lot, right? I think we can all agree, like, you know, the upgrade from X-Plane 11 to X-Plane 12 was just very, for a lot of us, it felt like it was a step backwards. For a lot of us, we continued to use X-Plane 11 because it was just better in almost every situation. You know, there really hasn't been much as far as like add-ons released since X-Plane 12 came out about a year ago. What have they've got the A320 Neo from Tolis. That's not really much of a thing to celebrate, in my opinion. Very lackluster release, if you will, like a very just safe release. An A320 Neo for $90 US. I don't know. I personally don't see much to get excited about in something like that. Again, I'm not trying to pick fights or get people angry and upset. So I think that's why you see a lot of like excitement from like the X-Plane community right now, is because they're excited about, you know, somebody finally releasing something new and something that rivals some of the ingenuity maybe that you see when it comes to like these tablets and stuff like that, right? Like there aren't very many airplanes in Microsoft that have like the level of detail sorry, in X-Plane, that have the level of detail of like Any Builds or Phoenix or that type of stuff, right? Like they're excited. And I think that's why you kind of see this influx of maybe people paying attention to what's going on or people speaking about X-Plane and stuff like that, man. Like I said, dude, I hope that all flight sim users can one day get along regardless of what simulator you use. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with you being invested in Microsoft Flight Simulator and seeing something that releases an X-Plane and wanting to try X-Plane, maybe picking it up on sale or doing something. Do you know what I mean? I've always said it, like it comes down to personal preference and personal opinion. For me, and I've already explained this 1,050 times, for me, the main reason is the monetary. I think that it's extremely difficult to stay up to date and keep purchasing add-ons for two separate simulators. It costs a lot of money, man. I spend thousands of dollars a year on airport sceneries, utilities, airplanes. There's no way that I could do what I do in Microsoft as far as buying third-party airports to showcase to you guys, to share, to have like top quality content where I feel, you know, like that I'm showcasing the simulator at the best of my abilities. It would be way too difficult to do that in two simulators. There's no way that I could be buying add-ons in X-Plane the way that I'm buying add-ons in Microsoft and vice versa. And I've always said that's one of the main reasons why I've decided to just go with one simulator instead of focus on, you know what I mean, two different simulators where I feel that I can't give like an honest or have my best intentions, right? Like as a content creator, I feel it's important that I like not fly into default airports, Maybe that's just me, but I feel like you're watching my stream for a reason, and I should be trying to offer you the best viewing experience, and it's why I always fly into payware airports, or, you know, high quality freeware community add-ons, or why I only choose to fly certain types of airplanes, right? I feel it's a responsibility as a content creator to offer you the best experience. There's tons of other content creators that don't have the same view that I do, and will fly Latin VFR and Captain Sim and all these other airplanes, and you can go and watch the content over there. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I literally just spent like 5 minutes explaining why not do both Microsoft and X-Plane. I can't like repeat what I said. I do think after watching Flight Deck to Sim, I'm assuming that it is, stream the 777, that it does have some significant features that the PMDG probably won't. Take the walk-around feature, for example, or the communications with the crew. I mean, sure, Flighterer, listen, I'm not here to argue features and what has better than others, but, like, be honest with me right now, Flighterer. Like, listen, I watched the streams and I saw that, and, like, how many times are you going to sit there and, like, speak to a broken, janky AI about, like, sir, the lavatories are not ready. Sir, we cannot close the doors. I mean, like, how often are you going to use that before you're like, okay, fuck that. Like, I'm not doing this stupid thing. Same as the walk around. How many times are you going to load into the simulator and you're going to go, ooh, look at the engine from the left side, the right side, look at the fuel pump tank, look at the wingtips. Like, cool, yeah, man, it's a cool feature. And it's something that, like, you'll probably use for the first maybe couple of times that you fly the airplane as you use the walk around feature and you look at things. Sure, absolutely. When an airplane first comes out, it's cool to be able to, like, do that stuff. But that's just novelty, man. Like, that's gonna wear off so quick, dude. I can't remember the last time that I got into my flight simulator and I started zooming up on the engines and going, okay, yep, all my engines are okay. Doesn't look to be any obstructions in my engine bay. Okay, that's great. Okay, look, leading edge looks great. It's fucking flight sim, man. Like, get in your airplane, start working on the FMC, power up your APU and go fly, man. It's not, like, I get it. It's a cool feature, dude, but, like, come on. How often are you going to be using those types of features? And this is what I'm saying, is I personally would have rathered them work a little bit harder on, like, getting some of the core systems down, like speed restrictions, altitude restrictions, VNAV. Those are the things that I would have, and then these types of walk-arounds and engaging with the broken AI of the airplane, like, that's an afterthought. Add those later down the line. Let's focus on, like, actually putting out core features of the airplane that people would warrant spending $100. That's all I was saying, man. Like, I still think it's cool. Sure, I don't know, man. It's cool. Like, yeah, cool. But, like, I don't know, man. To me, it just feels like an extreme novelty of, like, something that you're gonna, same as, like, the failures. Okay, yeah, cool, wow, awesome. Yes, X-Plane has always had a great, like, API in allowing users to, like, create custom failures and stuff like that. But, like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna make a failure every time you go flying?
Those Microsoft default airports are better than that Vertical Sims guy's airport. Those really suck. Vomiting face.
Vertical with a $5 dodo, thank you. I know, man, especially his newest release of Clearwater. Ugh. Man, give me those, like, apartment-style building default third-party scenery, please. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, man. Dropping the 5 bones. Good to see you, my amigo. Thank you for the support, sir. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you, man. I tried Flight Sim in VR, and it's amazing. It's different from looking at a monitor, having the VR headset on. You feel like you're in the actual cockpit. Yeah, I just could never stream it. You know what I mean? You know who added the walk-around feature for planes? Some aircraft modeler who stared at the same model for 1,000 hours and just wanted to share. Maybe. True. Yeah. Do you think we'll get the 777 or the MD-11 first? Probably the 777, but I don't know. I don't know how the MD-11's in development, to be honest with you. Core features won't be better. One big thing also, they made the Boeing EFB, which is not that great, as we all know, plus most airlines use their own custom EFB. Again, like I said, man, I don't have anything against the Flight Factor 777. From what I've seen in XP72 streams and in Flight Deck to Sim streams, it's a great step up from the first version of the aircraft. And that's really all you can expect with a version 2 and then like having to charge you over again. As long as like enough of the aircraft is updated and brought into like a 2024 value, I think it's going to be a great add-on for X-Plane users. Again, I'm just being opinionated maybe when I say like, for me personally, I just would have preferred some of the core features of the simulator be there before, worrying about, like I said, walkarounds and emergencies and stuff like that, which are cool features to have. I'm not saying they're not cool features to have. I'm just saying, how often, again, are you going to sit there and fake emergencies, fake bird strikes or engine failures or pack fails and stuff like that? Like, how often is that something that you're going to do? Not very often. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a major step up, not just a great. Again, it's a... Melinda, my God. You just can't take a compliment, eh, Melinda? You even got to complain when I make a compliment. You're trying to correct me when I'm sitting here talking great things about a Flight Factor product. You're still trying to correct me and make it so what I'm saying doesn't have validity. Still not strong enough. Jesus Christ. You can't escape it, chat, I swear. What was the barrow pressure here? 3010. We'll leave that there. 3010, 3010. Good. The LNAV and VNAV's most important part. Who cares about pushback, unrealistic, and 100 failures? I'm not saying about that. I still think it's cool. I still think that it's great that they've been able to offer all of this. I think it's great. I'm just thinking realistically, how many flight sim streamers are going to sit there and walk around the airplane every time and do a fake walk around? Like, sure, absolutely, there's going to be a percentage of people that want to be able to like go out there and oogle at the wing and be like, wow, okay, yeah, my engine looks great. There's nothing there. Okay, leading edge looks great. Yep. All right, fuel panel down here looks great. Okay, yep, absolutely. Sure, there's going to be people that want to do that. I'm not denying that. But I think most simmers are probably loading into the sim, first thing that they're doing, overhead, battery switch, ground power, over to the tablet, start working on some stuff, down to the FMC, start working on that. Most people aren't going to launch the airplane and go and start doing like walkarounds and stuff like that. And same as the failures. Cool. Might be fun to do a couple failures here and there, blow an engine out, give yourself a challenge. Sure, absolutely. But again, I feel like most flight simmers aren't looking for engine failures or pack fails or, stuff like that. Cool, yeah, it can make some great content if you're a live streamer. You can set it to like, we've seen V1, we've seen Flight Deck to Sim, we've seen them do the, where they set failures every, 30 minutes or something like that, and they have to run through like their QRHs and like we've all seen that. Like, that's cool, sure, but that's something that they do once every like 3 years. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just don't see. Again, I'm just being overcritical, but I just don't see the value when you're missing core features. I just don't see the value of something like that happening. But that's me again. 365 on the minimums. Well, we hear what happens, Legend. You hear exactly what happens. There was a guy earlier when we were about to depart out of Atlanta. When we were coming in for an arrival into Atlanta, he was pan, I lost an engine. And the controller basically said, listen, man, I'm too busy to deal with that. So if you want to log out and deal with that, that's perfectly fine. I mean, that's what happens 99% of the time, unless you contact the controller first and you tell them like, hey, we're doing failures. Can you mind doing this? Do you know what I mean? As a scenery developer, X-Plane's main issue is the rendering engine. The same scenery in X-Plane and Microsoft looks cleaner and better. I mean, it's not only that. ARZ, you also have to think about your clientele, right? Like, think about, listen, man, it's one of those things. I get a lot of slack. I get a lot of flack for like having AnyBuilds as a sponsor on my channel. Do you know how many emails and Discord messages that I've received from people who are upset because AnyBuild sponsors my channel, the amount of people that message me and say, how could you let a developer that just abandoned X-Plane be your channel sponsor? And how could you support such a company that just leaves a simulator in the dark and alone? And it's like, bro, like, this is economics and business 101, right? Like, think about the amount of potential people that they have to sell to when it comes to Microsoft. Let's say you're making a scenery. Do you know what I mean? Let's say you're making a scenery. You have 50,000 possible clients on Microsoft Flight Simulator and 1,000 people on X-Plane. Which one are you going to choose? You're obviously going to choose the simulator that has 50,000 people. It's like I say this. Let's pretend you own a restaurant or you want to open up a restaurant. You live in the middle of two towns. One town has 100,000 people. One town has 25,000 people. What town are you going to go to open your restaurant? I mean, it's literally as simple as basic economics. And I have to explain this to people. And I have to explain, like, well, don't you think if you were in that position and this was your full-time job, don't you think that you would also want to start developing for the simulator that has, like, the more clientele, the more user base, the more potential customers and sales? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand, you know? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. You support them because they pay you. I mean, there's a little bit of both, right? Bomb Tech, like, obviously, yeah, I get a monetary value from them, but also at the same point, dude, I've made it very clear since I started this channel, I don't accept all and any sponsors that come looking this way. Dude, I get probably 50 requests a week, and that's not even an exaggeration. Probably more. The amount of requests that I get for selling airplanes, sceneries, even stuff like on the YouTube channel, like promoting other certain games or promoting something, a lifestyle brand or something like that. The amount of things that I turn down far more exceeds the sponsors that I actually have on this channel. And that's another thing that, like, I don't think people understand, right? People, like, come out and they'll be like, oh, like, you're a sellout or whatever. And it's like, buddy, you have no fucking clue, man. Sure, in your own delusional brain, you've come to the conclusion that you think I'm a fucking sellout. But you have no clue what's going on. Like, you have no clue the stuff that I could have on the channel and that I could have up and that I could be selling, but I'm not, because I'm not a sellout, and it has nothing to do with my flight sim channel or nothing to do with what I want to promote, right? I mean, you guys all know, dude, I've always been I've always had a loud voice, if you will, about, like, bullshit and, like, products that I see that, you know, one, shouldn't be sold for money, and two, just over the years of all the things that we've seen. I mean, how many products have come our way that we've seen? Scenery, utilities, airplanes. You know, I'm not doing it to be an asshole. I'm doing it to be a voice of reason. If you are taking the time to sell a product, then you have to be open to criticism. You have to be able to take criticism, and you have to want to make yourself better. That's where I think, like, you know, developers like Latin VFR and stuff like that, there's no you know, they may say that they want to get better, they want to do this, they want to do that. I don't know, man. I have a hard time believing it. Stick with X-Plane when you don't want to is like selling out flight simulation. Well, for me, like, there's never for me, like I said, man, it was more so, like, I tried to do X-Plane. I did X-Plane 11 and Microsoft Flight Simulator for a long time. I kind of kept both of them. Like, I bounced between the two of them. And then like I said, man, it got to a point where there was so much coming out for Microsoft as far as, like, scenery and aircraft and development that I found it kind of difficult to be keeping X-Plane updated, to be, like, keeping track of everything, all the new airplanes, sceneries, and stuff that were coming out, that I said, okay, I have to choose one simulator. I have to kind of focus my attention and my money, more importantly, on one simulator. And I just, you know, at the end of the day, I was more pleased and I saw more potential with where Microsoft was going than where Laminar research was going. And that doesn't mean that I hate X-Plane and I hate Laminar and all this other stuff. It just feels that from a business perspective and from somebody who runs a full-time flight simulator channel, to me, it felt like it was better to kind of go where the future was going, or the future of flight sim, and where I felt that there would be more potential for my channel to go. Again, that doesn't mean that I hate X-Plane or, you know, any of these things. It just means that I had to make a conscious decision based on like what I want to do and where I want my channel to go, right? So, and again, I have no problem with anybody using whatever simulator. And again, the problem lays where people come in and they feel the need to, oh, well, X-Plane's better because X-Plane does this and X-Plane does that, and flight physics, just the flight physics are so much better. Like, that's where the problem lays. And then the same thing goes for like the Microsoft side of things, right? Where Microsoft comes in and is just like, have fun looking at your 2D blocks and your awful no ortho and this and that. And like, it's like, guys, like, just do whatever you want to use, man. Use whatever you want to use, right? Like who cares? Who cares? You're both interested in flight sim. Bang. You have something in common that you don't have with 1,000 other people that you'll meet in your lifetime, because there's not too many people that are interested in flight sim. So the fact that two people who are interested in the same thing want to argue and fight with each other blows my mind, man. Blows my mind. I don't think people realize just how, you know, small and niche flight sim is, especially like flight sim to a high degree. You know what I mean? But kept a watch Twitch because I don't want to be a sellout to YouTube. Empty barrel, I tell you. Nice. Nice, man. Thrustmaster are great products, and that's why Cap has them as a sponsor, because also his name streak when he promotes stuff. Of course, dude. Too many people have bought Thrustmaster products based on like my suggestion to them, or like, right? Like it's huge, man, and that means a lot to me. I don't want to just tell somebody, you know, to buy something because, oh, you know, Honeycomb gave me a couple $1,000s and now they're the best products ever. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not about that for me. For me, it's much more about a, you know, can somebody trust what I'm saying to them, and can somebody trust the products that I'm promoting to them? That's much more important to me, you know? Is flight sim drama good? What do you mean? Z-Polo, just stop, man. It's Flight Sim channel, dude. Just enjoy Flight Sim. Flight Sim Life 40 months. Says, howdy, Cap. Big 40. Hope all is well. Huge no floaties to you, my man. Thank you, dude. That's incredibly kind. Appreciate you. 40 months. Jesus. Where's the time going, man? Remember, flying Microsoft turbulence on departures are so bad. Any fixes? Go to the settings and turn the turbulence to realistic, and that should help out a little bit better. We're gonna go about 700 feet per minute. I'm gonna send us direct to Lori, not Larry, Lori. We're gonna go nav track, beautiful, direct Lori. All right, I'm gonna chill in the descent rate about 500 feet per minute. We're looking good. We're down to 3,000 feet. Yavuz, my man. Appreciate you, dude. Huge enough floaties to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I said in stream, Microsoft Visuals is close to the real world than X-Plane Physics is to the real world. If you crash in the sim, you can restart. So much for the real world. Hey, man. I love the analogy. I think it works. I think that can work. But like I said, you have to understand, man, that some people use flight simulators. They don't care what it looks like out the window, right? Like, they don't care about ortho. They don't care about photogrammetry. And a lot of those people are people that fly in the real world, and a lot of those people will be the people to tell you that, you know, oh, X-Plane is so much better, X-Plane this, X-Plane that. And, you know, that's where I just say, listen, it's, for me, somebody that's never going to fly in the real world, that also understands that, you know, no flight sim is ever going to give you, you know, what a real life kind of like, you know, senses on your body and stuff like that, unless like you're in like a full motion sim or something, right? Nothing's going to give you those sensations and make you feel like that. So, all right, let's get flaps 15 degrees. We're going to get those out, 5 degrees. We're going to get those out nice and early. Help slow down this puppy. We're going with a, what was it, chat? 136. What is pilotage versus on ETC, and what's the difference? Pilotage is real world ETC, so real people giving you instructions on just like real world at ATC. Beyond ATC is a AI ETC program. So it offers AI services, so it's not a real person. Yeah. I will say VR gets you damn close. Yes. It just sucks that like streaming VR to me is not an option, digital. Not yet, at least. It's too jittery, it's too bouncy. I've tried to watch like people who, there's 2,500 feet, will go gear down. I've tried to watch some VR content and it just makes me sick, man. I can watch it for maybe 2 to 3 minutes and it's like, okay, nope, see ya, goodbye. Pilotage is only the, pilotage is only West Coast, correct. That is a stiff crosswind right now, chat. 18 knots. Stiff crosswind. Let's go slats and flaps. Nope.
Just trust
I
the
hit
master.
that too much. There
CVT
we go.
Canada.
You boost. It's not even about trusting. It's not even about trusting, man. Like I've always said, it's about taking everybody's opinions, content creators, other people in the community, whatever it may be. It's about taking opinions, considering everything, and then forming your own opinion. That's what I want. I don't want people to just like listen blindly to what I'm saying. I just want to provoke it a little bit and maybe have you second guess or think about something differently. That's what it is to me, man. Slats and flaps full. The airplane is like refusing to slow down to its final speed, and that's because I'm an idiot. No problem. May have to go around here, chat. 136 knots. I thought I had already had that selected, but I didn't. Let's go ahead and start the recording. Good. I'm going to grab the throttles. I'm going to throw on the joystick cam. I'm going to take a quick second to shout out our sponsor today, Thrustmaster. Thank you, Thrustmaster, for sponsoring today's live stream. Guys, if you're interested in any of the peripherals that you ever see me using, please don't hesitate to click the links down below or the links up above, pinned in chat. Thank you, Thrustmaster, for your continued support of the channel. All right, chat. My airplane. This is a 18 knot crosswind, by the way, chat, so we're most likely going to die. I just want to throw that out there. I'll do my best to kind of counteract this, but we're getting absolutely hammered right now. Oh, it actually switched to a 9 knot quartering crosswind. It's a little bit better now. A little bit better, chat, no problem. Rants do take your mind off flying. I wouldn't even say it's a rant. I feel like we've just had good conversations the last couple of days. Oh, this wind, minimums, continue. We're calling that stable, chat. Yeah, all right, we are. Let's go. Oh my, dude. Just all over the place.
100. 60, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Correction, hold it, hold it. Good, nose down gently, reversers out, maintain center line. Oh, baby. Not bad, chat. Way down. We're reversing. We're on the brakes. Reversers are stowed 60 knots. I'm going to try and get the exit here to the left. Nope, we won't. Let's keep it rolling. Whew. Feels nice. I taught you that. Oh, boy. We kept the brake fans on that whole time. The brake fans should stay nice. Wow, they're heating up now. That was a good one. Happy with that one. Not too shabby at all. Not too floaty. Nice little correction there. Felt good. Felt good. It's my first time with ATC. Should I start with Beyond ATC and start moving into Pilotage? No. I would go Beyond ATC, VATSIM, IVAO, and then when you're fully ready, probably in like a year or two from now, then go on to Pilotage. Pilotage is the last step. They're like the final boss. Pilotage is the final boss of ATC. You wait for a while after that one. All right, we're stopping the clocks here. 57 minutes on the return flight, chat. You decided where you're flying to the 787 this weekend? Yes, I even knew since last week. I told you guys. On Saturday, we are going from San Francisco to Honolulu in the Hawaiian 787. They just received their first 787s. So we're going to be doing that route. And then on Sunday, we're doing Toronto to Vancouver, Air Canada. It's going to be a busy weekend. Busy weekend. 5-hour flights each day, Saturday and Sunday. Should be a good one. Stay away from pilotage unless you're real serious, unless you're ready, for sure. Memphis grounds on 1219. I didn't realize that. He's contacting me. Give him a call now. What taxi were we on, chat? We're out on Charlie. Belgian Flights and Pilot, thanks for support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Huge enough floaties to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Memphis ground, good afternoon. Fedex 603 is out on Charlie. Memphis ground, good afternoon. Fedex 603 Heavy's on Charlie.
FedEx 603 Heavy, welcome to Memphis, traffic to the FedEx ramp via Charlie, cross 9 at Charlie.
Alright, taxi up to the FedEx ramp via Charlie. We'll cross runway 9er on Charlie, FedEx 603. Alright, upstairs, lights, 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 lights. Lights? Lights are easier to do from here. Lights, lights, lights. EPU master start switch is on. Going up here to the ramps where we started the day. Have it on FS Realistic Turb and still throws me around left and right. Which one's that, Samir? Sorry. Belgium, thank you for 24 months. 2-year badge. My man. Huge no floaties to you, dude. Thank you very, very much for support. Guys, could get some no floaties and love for Belgium Flights and Pilots celebrating 24 months as a member. Appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Great flying today, chat. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I love flying this airplane. She's like a modern dinosaur. Is that fair to say, chat? Can we call her that? A modern dinosaur? I really think so. Remember, guys, if you did enjoy today's live stream, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button, show the channel some love. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We are live again this evening. We're going to be heading out of here from Memphis over to Toronto, doing some FedEx. We're going to do some Pratt & Whitney FedEx ops this evening, so a little bit different. Wyatt, also celebrating 3 months. Appreciate you, man. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wyatt says, I 100% thought you were going around. We were close there. I might have pulled a little bit of a boo-boo, but it's okay. We got it out of it. We're safe. No problem. Nothing to see here. A300 feels amazing flight model-wise. It does. Yeah, flying this airplane is fantastic. It really does. It's got some nice weight on it, on the nose. It's like a little bit slow to react, but not too crazy. I like it. Yeah, put your turbulence on medium, Samir, and that should fix it. It's in the, I can't remember. It's in this menu, whatever this menu is. I can't pause right. Assistance options. It's in assistance options. Find, you'll see turbulence, and you can put it to medium. It's probably set to realistic, which is not realistic.
182, taxiway November, taxiing the gate 7 today.
Alright, we're across the runway, which we were cleared to cross. We'll go ahead and start up the EPU. Do you use real turb or turbulence in FS Realistic? Real turb. Real turb. Yeah, don't use the turbulence in FS Realistic. You can use the like turbulent shake or whatever, right? I'm gonna stop our recording here, Chad. You can use like the like in FSR the turbulence where like it actually like general turbulence where like it actually like shakes in the smoothness and stuff, but don't turn on the clear air turbulence wherever it is somewhere. Did they take it away? They might have taken it away, but yeah, there's another one. Clear air turbulence, I thought it was. Don't use that. So good. Do you think anyone will ever come out with a DFW scenery? The Asoba one is awful. Imagine Sim, the same guys that made Atlanta, which is very mediocre, are also working on a DFW. I don't know, man. I'd love to see like any builds DFW. I think that one would be really good. Flip this over to APU gens. Low altitude turbulence. Thank you. Not clear. Yeah, keep that off. Low altitude turbulence right there. Turn that off. Do not have that on. That causes big time issues. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you, man. Glad you enjoyed it, dude. Fly Tampa? Oof, Fly Tampa would be incredible, too. I think we could get them to do DFW? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what's next for Fly Tampa. I don't know what they're releasing next. I think they released like a super small British airport or something. I saw Jamie, London Control, he was flying this week. It's a very small... Need to get a 4090 to get 30 FPS at any builds DFW? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Just can't believe no one has already done that airport already. It's wild. I think it's just because of how big it is, Bombtech. Like, that's quite a feat, man. That airport is massive. So I can, like, kind of understand, but at the same point, I do agree with you. I am surprised that no one has done it yet. Alrighty, chat into the ramp. New case app just dropped. I did see that. Yeah. Maybe on Monday we can fly and read. We'll take a look at it. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. We already have pretty much the rest of the weekend already planned, so we'll have to see about that one. Have to see about that one. Alrighty, chat. And we're pulling in here. I don't have my... I don't know what gates these are, so I don't have a marshal or anything, so we'll cheat and we'll go this way. Should be good right about there. Wonderful. All right, cool. Park brake comes on. Thank you. APU's on. APU gens are on. APU bleed system is on. Engine number 2 is off. Engine number 1 is off. Go to GSX. Let's go ahead and request deboarding. Ladies and gentle people, welcome back down to Memphis. What a great day of flying. Thoroughly enjoyed that one, chat. Great little tricky crosswind landing. A little bit spicy on the crosswind arrival, but like pretty good. What was our landing rate? 161. I take that all day. 11 knot crosswind. I feel like we did a pretty good job for the crosswind. What do you guys think? Yes? Voting it 1 out of 10? 2 out of 10? Cap, you suck. Go home? Okay. Guess we go home. Beacon light. Did I not turn off beacon light? Oops. Wrong button, chat. Fat fingered that one. Beacon light is off. Yes, thank you. Here, we'll do a proper turnaround. Get the fuel pumps off. Get the probe heats off. We'll do a proper turnaround. Proper turnaround. Good. Now, she is properly turned around. Good. 69 out of 10. Hey, nice. Very nice, Cap. We're going home either way. Exactly. Going home, baby. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and watch the replay, shall we? Everybody loves a good replay. Thanks to all the controllers as well today, man. We had full ATC, well, almost. We had full ATC on the way down to Atlanta, almost full ATC on the way back. A little bit of Victor Vectors there for the arrival and final into runway 18 center. Let's go ahead and go to GSX. I am going to restart the Kutal script. Sorry. Restart the Kutal. Sorry. Restart the Kutal. Thank you. I'm going to go to ground equipment. I'm going to make sure that the doors are closed. Yes. We're going to go to panel states? Where do you get panel states? Ground equipment. I thought, does this airplane not have panel states? My flight, panel states. I thought it did. Weight and balance, not in there. Takeoff, no. Settings? Settings, no. I thought for sure it had it. Aircraft maintenance? A little bit of wear and tear. 79% on the oil. Well, we need to service. Replace tires, please. Finish now. Replace the brakes. Finish now. Thank you. Service the APU. Finish now. Service hydraulics, finish now. Yes, sir. Right here. Thank you. I knew it had it. I was like, we're going to go ready for takeoff. Confirm. Thank you. We're going to go slats and flaps full. And then we'll go ahead and make sure. I think it does all of our lights as well. Yeah, it does. Beautiful. Make sure all of our lights are on, nav and logos. Good. Spooling up. Flaps are going to come down to full. Change transmission while you're at it. I think we burned up the brakes flying into Atlanta. Brakes hot. Always a good time. Have a good time, Cap crew. Take care, Joe. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, buddy. Cap, ate a week-old burrito about an hour ago from Chipotle, and damn, I'm leaking like an old pipe. Why do I choose to read every comment? Padre, nice, dude. We're going to be flying tonight if you want to join us. We're going Memphis to Toronto. We should have full ATC into Toronto. It'll be a good one. It'll be a good one. Stop, brother, input. Stop, brother, input. All right, I think we have 2 good engines. Oh, man, I love wing views of this airplane on replay. They're just so fantastic, chat. All right, let's go to our replay tab. Let's hit replay. Good. Let's bring this forward here a little bit. We don't need to watch that. We'll watch it from like right about here. Should be goodish. We'll trim and we'll go start here. Yes. Perfect. Let's resume replay. Cool. Let's do outside view here first. And then we'll watch some wing views and stuff like that. I'm going to take this time now to thank my mods, my donators, and my sponsors. Thank you all so much for everything that you do for the channel. Without you guys here, none of this would be possible. Seriously, thank you all so much for the continued support. All the donations, all the likes, all the memberships. You guys are absolutely amazing. Appreciate you guys. We are live again this evening. Please don't forget, we're going to be flying from Memphis to Toronto. If you do want to join, please feel free. Would be absolutely awesome to have as many of you up to Toronto with me. We've got great scenery on either end with Memphis and then up in Toronto as well, Fly Tampa. To everybody else that cannot donate with a monetary value but donates with your time, your effort, being here in chat, hanging out with me, smashing down the thumbs up button, flying with me on VATSIM, I want to thank you guys just as much. Thanks for the nice conversations as well over the last couple days of, you know, kind of just coming to the realization that we're all flight sim fanatics and friends, and that, you know, I think it's silly that these sim wars and we should all kind of be here together. That was a perfect landing, chat. Super happy with that one. That one actually gave us a 127. So, I mean, come on. Nose went down nice and gentle as well. That was a beauty, chat. That was a beauty. Very happy with that one. Nice little correction at the end there as well. Pretty nice. Pretty decent, chat. I will leave you all with some wing views. Guys, have yourselves a great Thursday afternoon. If you cannot make it this evening, and next time I'll be able to see you will be on Saturday. We're going to be the Horizon 787, so you've got something to look forward to with that one on the Horizon Sim. I'll leave you now with the outro tunes, friends. Have yourselves a great Thursday evening. Have a great Friday. If I don't see you tonight, I will see you on Saturday. If I see you tonight, get ready for a good one. Memphis to Toronto. Happy landings, my friends. See